I'm trying to figure out how to share it. Because it's in Beyond. I don't know how to. You do. That's the idea. Yeah, that and geomancy. Or you can just. No, it's just in your spellbook permanently. The Earth Shatter? Yeah, no, you're good. I can't. Yeah, I don't know how to like import it to the blah blah blah. I can't move it from my homebrew to my session, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's all yours. Have fun with it. Technically, now that you've taken a point in your
Right, and wizard, but it's a second level spell, so I can't.
that's right. You would still be able to cast the first one though. You had a copy of that still, or no?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. Oh man, that's crazy. I wrote that back in November. Man, we've been hanging out for a hot minute now, huh?
Yes, we fucking have.
Dang, time flies, huh? Still can't find good combat music that's royalty free though.
Okay, I think your best bet.
Oh no. Then people can see it. Private homebrew in your homebrew collection is automatically shared with users in your campaign. You do not need to share it with the entire community. So remember, your private homebrew in your homebrew collection is automatically shared with users in your campaign. So you guys might actually already have access to.
I checked. I couldn't find it. If it's it,
Yes. So it's second level. It is in Transmutation School.
and what's the name?
True Stone Polymorph. Um,
Okay, I was looking for something else.
and
Thank you. I will go look for that.
okay, yeah, the first one is Geomancy level 1 Earth Shatter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just to that.
Can see it. Okay. Yeah, because it is now shared, and part of my collection, so you should be good to see it.
Yeah, I see it. True Stone Polymorph.
There you go. Giving you guys ninth level spells at second level. You're welcome. What can you do? Yeah, the hard part about souls is lorically you're gonna like it's like taking money from someone's pocket. You know what I mean?
Yes, because that's reality. Reality.
Oh, come on. That spider died to a broom. Nah, I'm not blaming you.
Terrifying.
It was?
Terrifying thing.
But I killed it.
You're like, but I killed it. All right.
I did.
You got to it. Yeah. There we go.
So
The
there
spider's dead. It's no longer an issue.
we go. We should be live now. The first thing you're
Hi,
talking
everybody.
about is spider
Oh, we already have
murder.
4.
Oh dang.
Ooh, what a horrifying thought.
What?
Mm-hmm.
So I actually do have something to share now that we're live.
Go on.
Well, I need everyone to actually look at their screens.
Okay.
Boom. Look at maps.
Oh, that's
Oh my
neat.
Yeah.
gosh!
That's awesome. Is that the same artist?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, no, I recognize her style. Ava killed it again.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna text her.
Nice. I like that. That's actually
Me
really
too.
cool looking.
Yeah, and the best part was the blood on her pants was not something I asked for. That was just something she threw in, but it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say super appropriate.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
Doku, did you see the business cards?
I did. That was pretty funny.
I'm telling you, it was like a 1:30 a.m. random hyperfixation, and we were just like, we have to do this now.
Did you guys ever share them with the public Discord so people could see
No,
them?
we didn't. We do need to fix Dana's though, because we forgot to put Denala. We were just like, oh yeah, no, that's Dana.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Potato, potato.
Potato, potato. I actually thought about making one. Just be like DM Tormentor of Worlds.
For your of emotional
Scar
trauma.
players.
Right? Just have unicorn horns dancing across the bottom.
Ah!
I mean, I did put Dana's family in bottles.
Oh.
Yeah. Did you not see the bottles on the back?
I might have missed that part.
I thought it's so funny.
That hurts a little. Oh my god, you did.
We do.
Mm.
That's so funny because like we were just laughing the whole time. We're like, this is horrible. We're like, oh, what are these cute little potion bottles on the back? The ashes of her family. And then we have these pretty flowers. Like
Yay,
the emotional
backstory.
whiplash inside.
That is pretty funny.
Oh.
All right. So, welcome everybody to the next session here. Do you guys want to do a quick recap before we get started where we're leaving off?
That would be lovely.
Take it away.
What happened? I got flowers. That was the end of my thoughts.
Oh mercy.
We got-
Yeah, it was the end of your thought.
So with us being kicked off the airship, we were like, okay, we're gonna make camp. I decided to run off and figure out the flowers. You guys did something. I was paying attention to my flowers.
I was trying to see if I could hatch the dragon egg, and Cedar wanted to see if he could maybe try to emulate what Kittis like did by sharing her soul with Philo. But Dana was like, Cedar, no. And Cedar was like, oh, okay. And then they ran into the soup rabbit.
Well, first I had a whole mental breakdown about flowers.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
happened.
I went for flowers, got the flowers, and then Doku proceeded to say, when you walked away, all the flowers withered, and did not mention that the flowers I was currently carrying was not part of the withered away.
No,
It
he
was
said
part-
he said the ones in that you got out of range of withered.
Oh, see that I didn't hear that part, and I was having a mental breakdown.
Between that and the knives in the bag.
I sometimes don't hear things, okay?
Yeah. Really?
So, anyway, so I got my flowers that I wanted. And they were pretty black roses. We met the soup rabbit. And Dana said,
I
I
love
will
the soup
eat the
rabbit.
soup rabbit soup. And ate the soup. Then we learned Philo can eat because Philo ate the soup. Then
I mean, we
Kit-
didn't even know he had a mouth.
we
to
didn't
be
know he had
fair.
a mouth. And then Kittis ate the soup. And then Cedar was still very apprehensive to eating the soup.
Because it's Cedar.
And the soup rabbit insulted her, saying like, you won't even eat my soup, but I won't let you pet me. And I was just like, I've been asking for soup. You wouldn't give it to me. And so then I got the soup. Cedar eventually ate the soup. We got judged for it later.
Acelis was not happy.
So then we went over to camp. I shared Atlas with the people at the camp.
They were so rude before Atlas was in the picture.
Yes, they were.
They were so rude.
And so then I shared Atlas, and they said, you can come into our camp. And we were like, yay. And Cedar paid attention to Atlas, and Cedar met her family. That was there.
Yeah, Cedar saw her family. Oh, and no, don't forget the Philo.
That's not until after you meet your family.
Oh, okay,
Had,
so
like,
now you're handing it to me.
2
Okay.
minutes of solid flower complaints. Half a second of, oh yeah, and Cedar's family though.
Yeah. That about tracks.
I was
Priorities.
excited about the flowers.
We've had continuous dialogue about these flowers all week.
Yes. I wanted flowers.
Really.
I really wanted.
And so then Cedar reunited with 3 of her siblings, Ocelis, Cernia, and Pelly. And they talked and like caught up for a bit. It was kind of revealed like what happened. They were very confused by basically anything that came out of Cedar's mouth.
As one would be, yes.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense why they were confused. Like, I'd be confused too. It was hilarious to watch, though. And they talked through kind of like the plan, how Cedar found them, aka Argos, because they didn't want to be rude by mentioning the entire new eye color. And then Kittis. No, then Cedar wanted to introduce them to Philo because she's like, oh, hey, we have been traveling with a Fae familiar for a while. He's a pretty cool little guy. And then asked Kittis if she could borrow Philo.
So then I was kind of like, oh yeah, sure. And so she sent Philo that way. But then here's the thing. Little tidbit, apparently, when you give half your soul to another being, once that being leaves your vicinity with the half your soul, apparently you go into a panic attack because your soul doesn't like being separated.
Think
Fun fact. So Peters had a panic attack. Philo started kind of floating down and was having trouble staying like up. And then Dana had to come save them because Candace was just completely falling apart. And so then we reunited, felt better immediately, and we're like, this may be a problem. So then eventually Candace finally went over to Cedar and was very pleased to discover that she was the responsible one out of the 2 of them.
No! the siblings only perceived that.
I loved it. It was fantastic.
That's what the siblings perceived. That is not the reality.
So then we ate very quietly to not disturb nature, and then Candace said, I wonder if these owl things that we fought a while back have souls. And so she dragged one of them out. Turns out they do have souls, but they are corrupted. So she summoned one back and said, life is pain. And she's like, no, it's not. And then
Doku dropped some of the coldest lines yet.
Yes. And Candace was just like, and like, so then the thing was telling us on how it's our fault because of the whole unbalance that they exist. And now they're seeping through the rift and everything that's being caused. And they're like, oh, we created ourselves, blah, blah, blah. I love the pointing of the mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then the soul went off, and Kidda said, "Well, that's going to be a problem for someone else," and shoved the body back in the bag.
Oh, you know it that we are the someone else. Just later.
Then, but the thing also went off with the threat saying it'll be back to hurt Kiddas, and Kiddas was just like, "That's stupid." And so then Kidda shoved the body in the bag, and now has this idea to play Ghostbuster and trying to figure out if the bag of holding can hold a ghost.
And Dana played the flute.
Ta-da!
And there we are.
Dana played the flute and got a new drawing, or at least part of one.
Oh yeah, the new tattoo.
The first line.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, that was a good recap. I think the only thing missing was that the village leader kind of dropped some clues.
Oh yeah.
Listening to you guys talk openly about what was going on in your life, she recommended you potentially, if you wanted to, swing by a temple that was dedicated to Blue. And alluding to potentially maybe finding information from maybe something left behind by old worshippers or whatever. So
I will say we're probably going to pursue that line of clues on Sunday, because it wouldn't make much sense to go to a Temple of Blue if Harry's not here to play Gale.
that's fair.
As it's kind of his fairy queen.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You're the TM.
Oh yeah.
That's something he did. I did, didn't I?
So yeah, sorry, just want to let you know that part real quick.
Yeah, no worries. So what's on the docket for you guys today then?
Oh, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna message Reslin.
Oh, yeah, you should do that.
So I'm gonna figure that out real quick.
What time of the day is it right now?
It's night.
It's still
It
night?
is-
Okay.
It's very night. Yes, we ended it when you kind of went back, and I think the only people who really left out still drinking was your family and things. But I think even they kind of retired, and then they kind of left you guys to your devices. So yeah, it's pretty late. Not insanely late, probably like 10 or 11. There are no fires. You guys are kind of in this dark forest. It's very quiet for a forest. It seems like whenever they have activity in this area, all the local wildlife kind of moves away. So there's really not much around. It's almost eerie how quiet it is around this nomadic village.
I think I want to head back to the dome.
Okay. As long as the dome is open for you, I'm assuming you can go
It
right
is.
in.
It is now. Yes.
Don't lock me out of the dome. Hey, I brought you some of the food.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Was it you playing the flute earlier? I thought I heard something.
Yes, it was.
That's really good. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, I kind of picked that up with the weird flesh gloves.
Oh gosh, now I'm remembering the flesh room.
You're
The
welcome.
force. Thanks. Thank you so very much. Oh, so the village leader kind of gave me some cool information that we might be able to go and find out the name of the blue fairy queen. I think the Gales. I think that's Gales.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Because I tried to find her earlier with Argos, but I don't really know her name or her, so I guess that's how that works.
Right.
And he doesn't really, although he was. Oh, I forgot to tell anyone this. The first time I tried to use him to maybe see if I can see Strix, it didn't work, but
Mm-hmm.
it worked last night.
Oh, awesome.
So I think that's a good sign.
Yeah, it seems like a great sign.
Yeah, it was really good. It was good. Where's Kittis?
I do not know.
You literally left me.
I thought you would come back with me.
Nope, I'm
You're still in the tree.
I'm still over there trying to plan my message to Reslin.
Oh gosh. I'm gonna go check up on her real quick.
Okay. Are you gonna spend the night in here or spend the night with your family?
I mean, I think I'm gonna come and stay here if that's okay.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a sec. And I
Okay.
go over to Kittis. Hey kiddo. What are you doing?
I am trying to figure out what to say to Reslin tonight.
Oh yeah, because you have sending.
Yes, I do. I figured it out.
Ooh, so what are you gonna tell him?
Well, I'm gonna tell him I accidentally split my soul.
I mean, yeah, that is a pretty big thing that happened recently. How do you feel about that, by the way?
We will be figuring that out later.
Okay, just don't bottle it up, okay?
Oh no, that's not bottling up. I mean,
No, I
I'm
know.
literally going to run experiments on it.
What?
We gotta figure it out. What are my limitations? How far can we go without each other? Can we train ourselves to be apart from each other? Can our souls eventually adapt to that? Will our souls adapt to that? Are our souls adaptable and malleable, or are they more like an actual solidified thing that stays the same throughout your life? Oh, this is gonna be so much fun. I think with studying Alice, I'll probably get more information on it.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun.
It is.
Just make sure you're ready for that, okay? I don't want you to overstrain yourself.
How would that be overstraining?
The fact that it put you in a panic attack.
Well, yes. Which means that I can't do it when I'm by myself. Someone's got to be able to move Philo closer to me if I fall down.
Okay, that was going to be my next point. Just don't do that without one of the rest of us, okay?
Oh, goodness, no. That'd be stupid.
Okay.
But anyway. Okay. So I
okay.
prepare the spell.
Sit down next to her. Mind if I listen in? This is just hilarious.
I don't mind. Okay.
Is that a picture of the dome? I love it. Behold the dome.
Okay. I brought Philo back may have split soul in process. Oopsie daisy. Learned about corrupt souls and they are stupid. How are you doing, darling?
Oh wow, we're already to the pet name stage.
Do I hear back?
Did I miss something?
I said my spell.
Oh. Oh, so that was to him. Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Cedar's not my darling.
I know, I was about to say.
No.
Interestingly enough today, your message, from what you can tell, went out. You actually didn't hear back today.
Did he fall asleep already?
I mean, we are halfway across the world.
Well, that would mean that the time over there is different.
Yeah, I'm just saying that the schedules might not be lining up very well.
I wanted to hear from him.
I'm really sorry, hun.
You're here.
Yes.
Hey, Philip.
And Philo just kind of appears, stretching his arms. He seems like he was kind of hanging on to your arm like a koala the whole time, but then, like, kind of woke up and, like, stretched out a little bit.
Wow.
Oh, hey, little buddy.
Okay, are you too tired to test out on how far we can go from each other?
Oh.
He... Hi, hello. I'm playing game right now,
Cats.
honey. You wanna come up? He will proceed to crawl over to Cedar and attach himself to Cedar's leg, and go back to being invisible.
Okay.
Buddy.
Okay. I take that as a yes. I take that as a yes, we should do it. All right. So Kida stands up and basically walks over to Cedar and then kind of goes to like where she's going to have an open, just straight walking point.
Okay. How far do you want to try to go?
Well, basically, I'm just going to keep just taking steps just backwards, just kind of like feeling it out, just slowly walking backwards.
I will say that you start to really feel the tug around 5 to 6 yards. And then at about 10 yards, you kind of feel the drop in the pit of your stomach. And what feels like you're kind of being pulled out from yourself. And if you choose to go past that in another 2 yards is about where the panic would set in. And unconsciously, you would just start to freak out as you kind of move forward. And you feel like if you move anywhere past the 12-yard mark, there might be repercussions.
Well, this is not good. I start walking forward again.
Okay.
You actually feel kind of like punch drunk. Like, even though you're getting closer again, your entire body almost feels bruised.
Oh, you okay?
Yep. Wow.
Are you in pain?
No.
I
I don't know. I don't know what to call this.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna give you back Philo now, okay?
come here.
And I kind of like go to like where I feel kind of his weight. Hey, buddy. Look, I wanted to apologize. I'm sorry that you died because of that jerk Shalius. I'm really, really sorry. And I hand Philo very quickly hand Philo back to Kittis.
Yeah.
He pretty gratefully goes back to Kittis. But as he notices it's kind of nighttime, he actually kind of stays a little bit more visible. And he kind of crawls halfway up her leg, going onto her hip, and just kind of latches on in almost like an awkward place.
Okay.
Can I ask how long did that take?
They were probably only testing for about 5-10 minutes.
Okay. Well, so while they're gone, Dana's gonna seal the dome up again, and a little sign is gonna appear on the dome that just says "knock 4 times for entrance." And she's gonna pull out her smithing kit and start completely dismantling, like field stripping the gun.
Okay, so you're starting to work on that then?
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
And that's me.
How long are you gonna work on that for tonight?
I'll work on it for like 2 hours. Get in my 4, and then when I wake up, I'll keep working on it.
Okay. Sounds good. As you work through the night on that, you'll actually be able to get it apart surprisingly quick. There seems to be not a lot of mechanism to it. It actually breaks down very simply because it seems like mechanically it really relied heavily on the charges.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the 2 charges and almost like a magic conduction plate that puts the 2 energies together, and that will kind of go into a small reservoir type chamber, which is really the only thing in this weapon that seems magical at all. And then at the pull of the trigger, it almost ignites a spark that then is the catalyst for the entire flame to just push out of the wand. So, like, the most mechanical portion of it seems to just be like the trigger pull releasing a spring to hit the flint. So it's like mechanically, it's almost like a child's made it, except for the fact that it uses like a little cartridge to hyper condense magic.
Okay. So then I'm gonna. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just thinking it'd be so cool to be able to just use my cantrips and just fire a gun. Sorry.
So no, you're good. I'm gonna take my regular notebook, and I will just start sketching this out in the notebook, and start. And after I've field stripped it, I will start messing with ideas to actually make it a proper gun.
Okay. It'll probably take you a little while to kind of come up with the idea of how to like do it, but once you do, it should come together fairly quickly, right? Because you already kind of have a barrel, you already have a handle. It's just a matter of like kind of drilling a small hole, being able to set the chamber. Because overall, it's fairly simple. But it will probably take you like, a good couple of days to like craft it out once you figure it out.
All right.
Did you want to set up a roll for that?
Sure.
Okay. Roll your 4d20s then, and then let me know the numbers.
Am I adding my proficiency in dexterity or anything?
What are your tools again? You have Smith's tools, yeah.
Yes, I do.
So yeah, go ahead and add the proficiency for that.
Okay. So the first one is a 15 turned into an 18. Second one is a 16 turned into a 19. Third is a 3 turned into a 6, and a 6 turned into a 9.
Okay. Okay. So all in all, it'll probably take you about probably about 10 days, I want to say, to get through kind of the recreation. You notice that there are some parts that you'll kind of really the center chamber you're going to have to kind of rebuild, as it was an empty space before, so it's kind of going to be an intricate mechanism for trigger pull to like ignite. probably going to cost maybe about 22 gold in materials to kind of work it out. But I'd say they're pretty common materials that you kind of already have on hand.
Okay.
It's just about 22 gold's worth of materials used.
All right.
And we will go over perks, quirks, and flaws when we get to that workers' time.
Perks, quirks, and flaws sounds like a My Hero Academia podcast.
Yes, it does.
I had to say it.
But so then with that, I will once I've figured all that out, I will just I'll collapse down my smithing area, and I will go back to sketching in my notebook.
Okay. Perfect. I'm just kind of making counters because I realized I didn't have them. Now that we're making more than one thing. Okay. So as long as you guys are okay with it, the night passes fairly uneventfully.
I wanted to. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm so sorry. I wanted to go ask Kittis. Hey, do you have the sending spell? Are you gonna use that anymore tonight, or could I ask for a little favor?
Well, considering he ignored me, probably not for the rest of the night.
Do you think you could try and message my brother Acio? I
don't know if I can for people who I don't know.
Oh, then we should probably talk to either Dimmer or mine. Make sure, because it's been like months.
We're gonna talk to the mean scary lady?
Or Dimrin.
You want to talk to the mean scary lady that yelled at us?
Okay, you met her on a bad day.
She's a day when she said, "You should not be friends with Faye," and then we proceeded to do the exact thing that she said, "You should not do."
No, trust me, I've thought about that literally every day.
And you want to be like, let's send a message.
She was my mentor. I just want her to know I'm not dead. And that
maybe it's better that she thinks we're dead.
I mean, maybe, but I mean,
element of surprise. Wah-ha!
No, I think Mai's evil. She's been really good for the time. You know what? I'm a horrible judge of characters, so. At least I didn't eat the poison toast, though.
There was nothing in it.
He sprinkled white powder on it.
It could have been sugar.
It was not sugar. There's already enough sugar on that toast.
There's nothing wrong with more sugar.
Diabetes?
First off, look at this figure. I look like I'm gonna have diabetes.
No.
Diabetes not canon. No, I'm kidding.
My metabolism is still ridiculously fast, and it will be ridiculously fast for at least the next 25 years.
Okay, then let's call Dimmer. I'll just use Argos and check on Mai that way.
I still think it's a stupid idea.
She didn't know it was me last time.
What do you want to say to Dimron?
Let me think. Sorry, I know you're gonna say yes. So, hi. Okay. Hi, Dimrin. We're not dead. On another continent. How are you?
That's only 11.
I know, I'm not done yet. We are in even deeper with the Fae. How are things on your end?
That's 20, you have 5 more.
Nope, that was about 25. Yeah, I did up to 11, and then I went here, and then I went here.
Okay. Never mind. So I basically say that.
Alright. Is Dimron awake? Is Dimron sober? And what does Dimron say?
Okay. Dimron is, let's see, because I know that last session we introduced time zones. So what time would it be for Dimron?
You're 11 hours ahead. So
okay.
It'd probably be noonish.
Alright, then she'd definitely be awake. Definitely sober.
Wrestler should have answered me!
Oh no, now she's even better.
He runs a bar.
It's noon.
It's the middle of his shift.
Like, the thing, it is noon. Bar don't get busy until, like, evening, typically. When all the workers get off and they all decide to get drunk.
Right. So he works until 4 a.m. ish.
He's gonna hold on to this.
How about a breakfast call, maybe? Try that. But yes, okay. So it's about noon-esque.
All right, yeah, but so Dimron would so yeah, she would be awake, she would not be drunk, and she would effectively return with, "Oh wow, okay. What the fuck?" Um, Good to know you're alive. Great that it took you this long to call.
Months.
We only just now got sending.
She doesn't know that. Um, how did you get deeper with the Fae? What's happening?
All right, Kittis is going to relay that to Cedar, but then proceed to immediately answer Dimmer.
Okay. Yes, I love that.
Got sending. Fae Queens hired us. Got new powers. Cedar may end up future queen. Was Dimmer around for the butterfly wings?
Was Dimron around for the wings? I think
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
beginning. Yeah, because when they were the little chrysalis. Ugh.
Bonded soul to Philo. Oops. So yeah, last sending spell.
Just kid, I love you. You're a fucking idiot.
That's it. That's the match.
No, there's more. I'm just trying to think. See, now I know why Jester is Jester.
Donuts.
When will y'all be back?
Can't answer.
Visit Kibrai when possible.
That's ominous. Okay.
I miss you.
Oh. Oh.
I relay that to Cedar.
Oh. It's good to know she's doing okay.
Yeah, I'm not that big of an idiot.
You are smart. You're smart. You're smart. You just don't have survival skills. Am I wrong? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Let's go to the dome. You want to go to the dome?
Come on, Philo. I'm not an idiot.
I never said you were. I said you are smart. You're very smart. You just don't have great
In your own special way.
That sounds so sweet.
You're just not great with the survival stuff, which is good because you're with us.
Yes,
Like
though,
it's okay because you're with
I
us.
brought Philo back. The
You
goal
did.
was bring Philo back.
Yes, but that's not survival skills, darling. That's survival skills of keeping you here and intact.
Why would I want to stay intact?
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Okay, here's the thing.
That's a talk for you,
Okay.
and Gail and Dana to have just all at once. I don't think I'm equipped for that.
Because originally, the Raven Queen had Missile, and apparently it was sold to Lulz. Now I have the Fake Queen, I think that might try to contest for it. Then there's also the weird other lady that's like apparently likes me too. That's not Lulz.
Let's try.
I have no idea who that is.
Wolf's daughter. I read a lot.
I don't know. Someone doesn't like Lulz. And then Philo.
Goodness, child. And I just start walking towards the dome.
Being like, this is a huge priority for me to get it figured out because this is a whole
I'm
mess.
just saying, keep yourself on this earth so you don't have to figure that out really quick.
I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool to watch them fight.
No. No. We're going to the dome. Come on.
Okay.
I just kind of, do the like mother-child guide. It's like, no, we're going to the dome. It's time for bed.
Well, yes, so the dome opens with 4 knocks, and you are in. I'm fairly sure Dana could hear all of it because she was up writing. Just kind of, it's see-through, right? So
Yeah.
just kind of watch that all go down, probably silently judging maybe a little bit.
Just a little.
But just kind of continued on practicing her notes. So it's probably, time has definitely passed. It is definitely pretty late. The moon is kind of directly overhead, and it is night. So do you guys retire for the eve, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did my meditation thing.
I would like to take my long rest.
Okay. Music got unnecessary for a second there. So yes, I'm assuming you also take your meditation there.
Yes, I do.
All right. So the night really travels without too much of a hitch. You have Dana, who officially goes to sleep and kind of starts to stir at about 4. And I'm assuming continues writing for the time being. Kittis, you wake up to something a little strange. So as the 4 hours conclude, your trance actually ends up kind of in a different style of consciousness. You are almost like awake dreaming, where you're in this trance and you can interact with the world around you still, and you're aware, but it almost falls to a deeper layer of consciousness where it's almost like sleep. And again, you actually see Philo. Now you're just kind of watching it as kind of a picture spinning around you in 1,000 frames and just kind of flashing with the light directly behind as you see him kind of running in this field. And then he grows larger, almost to the size of a bear, and then even bigger, almost to the size of the Wicker Man from the festival, as he then kind of hugs an entire city and suplexes it into the ground, and it crashes into 1,000 pieces. That then you turn around and you see his shadow casting over 2 small little brown looking Philo children as they begin to play with the broken apart city like blocks, as they slowly start to reassemble it like Legos. And this is what you wake up to as words snap into your mind as you receive a sending spell. Had a strange dream about you, and now I'm thinking about you. Today will likely be a good day. Hope to see you soon. And it's a very familiar voice. It seems like you smile and giggle and completely forget to respond, so the spell elapses.
Yeah.
And you just kind of continue. One of the things...
Not on purpose, I just got very happy.
Left him on red.
I know, right? Just straight left him on red, but you were complaining about him not getting back to you, and then you're like, oh shit. You will also notice that as you stir, you look outside, and within about an entire 1-foot rim around Lehman's tiny hut, there are probably 100 black roses, and paisleys and lilies, and all of them just black, almost like they have patchwork threading on the petals themselves that make up the flowers. So there's less, and they are more choppy than they were from the first night you asked, but they do seem to exist. Um,
Aw.
4 hours then pass by,
Th-
or unless you want to do something.
There is something I want to do right before I enter my trance.
Oh, right before you entered your trance. Okay,
Yes.
go ahead.
Well, no, I only just thought of this.
No, no
Is
worries.
there a symbol for the Fairy of War?
Not that we have discussed, but if you can
Okay,
find
but
something,
just yes or no, would there be?
there would be a marking. Yes.
Okay. So then Dana, before she goes to sleep, she's gonna take both of her short swords and she's gonna, from her shoulder down to her wrist, she's gonna just make one long slit on both arms, and then in the palms of her hands, she's gonna carve whatever the symbol is, and she's gonna enter her trance, arms facing upward, palms up as well, just resting on her legs, and she's gonna think of the purple fairy, of the purple fey queen, and try and get some answers during her trance.
Okay. Let me see what our temporary symbol can be. I know it's royalty free because the book was
Oh,
written over
Matilda.
100 years ago. So this will be kind of what you carve. This will be temporary until we can find something better.
Okay.
But this will be kind of the symbol. It kind of represents the three pillars of war. Um, and this is kind of how you, when you were in the forest with them and training, a lot of the trees that kind of mark the boundary of the veil to pass from one realm to another, that kind of protected you. You'd notice that this sigil was actually carved into most of those trees. Um, so it almost feels like home when thinking about her, and seeing these symbols as they were your protection for the time you were with her.
Okay.
And so this will be it for now. And if you find something better, we can, or we can just continue to use this.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so your intent was to kind of go into a trance thinking about this symbol.
Yeah. Well, thinking about the fairy queen of war to try and get some answers, try and like connect with her to get some answers about my abilities, having had that revelation the night before.
Okay. Roll me a performance.
Okay. 14.
So you don't really get a contact back in this case. Um, However, the symbol that you because you did carve it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, the symbol that you did carve actually does vanish almost in a flash. And instead of feeling like home when you were actually writing it, you actually begin to get the feeling of uneasiness. Like something might have been wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And you will conclude your trance.
Okay.
When I wake up out of mine, I immediately start gathering up even more.
I kind of figured.
And now I have written on my thing as one of the things I have in my bag as a shit ton of black roses.
Metric shit ton at this point for sure. um, so you kind of go through and you're collecting. Is there anything else you two want to do while Cedar still sleeps? Yes or no?
How long have I been sketching in my notebook at this point? Just like from the moment I woke up.
From the moment you woke up,
Mm-hmm.
if you can't, you'll have 4 hours of opportunity
Right.
between.
But like, has it been like 4 hours prior, 6 hours, 8 hours?
I think in total I had you at 3 days of practice.
Okay.
So if you were to go in another 4 hours, that'd probably like another day of practice.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Is that the answer you were looking for?
Yes, it is.
Okay, perfect. Just want to make sure. I'm like, it was probably a little bit of an obscure answer. All right, so I will track that. And we never rolled for the sketching specifically, did we?
We did not.
Because I like leaving everything up to chance. Go ahead and roll 2d20s, no proficiencies.
Okay. Natural 20 and a 17.
Natural 20 and 17. All right. Okay. Okay, I got a number down for myself then for your threshold of improvement. Because the idea was still mastery, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. I got a number down. And yes, so you continue to sketch. Kittis gets flowers. And as you guys begin to awaken, 4 hours elapses and Cedar wakes up. 2 small bowls filled with stew appear inside of the hut. And as Kittis is outside of the hut, an additional one appears in front of her, just out of nowhere. But they're the plain carved bowls that you recognize from yesterday. Almost as if an offering.
Looks like we've got a little friend.
What's interesting is you kind of felt the disturbance in the hut, but there was almost nothing you could do about it.
Okay.
So you get the feeling that the person who offered it was quite a bit stronger than you might originally have thought.
Okay.
Kittis eats the soup.
Kittis eats the soup. Okay, perfect. I'm assuming Gale would also eat the soup. Ocarine
Probably.
Ocarine probably would not. The secret soup.
Soup.
Ogrine's like, no one will know my secrets.
No one will know my secrets. I shall have no soup.
All right.
But yeah, I think if Dana eats it, then Cedar's probably gonna eat it too. So she's just kind of watching and waiting to see what happens.
You already ate the soup.
I know.
What?
Yeah. It's a cumulative thing. The Soup Rabbit had all my knowledge then. What if I want to keep the knowledge I have now, which is like no extra? What if I wanted to? What if I wanted to, Charisse?
I don't know. I like the soup rabbit.
Oh, I love the Soup Rabbit. But Cedar's just thinking of like how visceral of a reaction her brother had. Like, I wonder what that was about. Drinks the soup.
Oh no.
Sorry, guys. Give me 30 seconds. Just drop something.
Yeah, no worries.
Could we catch a ghost with a bag of holding?
I have no idea.
Roll an
undead
Arcana,
creature.
roll an Arcana to look into your bag if you're interested in seeing if it catches a ghost.
Yes. 26.
You actually are kind of coming to bond with your bag a little bit and understand the intent behind it. You don't think that it would be able to hold a ghost. It seems to have a lot of stasis ability over the physical plane and the physical realm, but it doesn't seem to have pull on a non-dimensional realm, so something that's kind of in the in-between, or veiled behind something else. It's kind of its own dimension, and you don't feel it would actually contain the ghost. The ghost may go in, but it would almost phase right through back out.
So even if I made the ghost go back into its original body that's now animated, it would stay stuck in there?
You could potentially, yes, put something alive in there. So if the soul or ghost was in the body and the body was in there with it inside of it, that's the containment vessel.
Like a turducken.
Yeah. So it's kind of ghostception. If the ghost is in a body, like you could put a human in there, right? A human has a soul, and that could go in there and probably be in stasis because it protects or keeps in it's the container for the vessel, or it's the vessel for the soul or ghost. If it had a container, you could probably put it in there, but you would have to contain it first before it went into the bag. If that makes sense.
So if I put something living in there, it would be a stasis. It could.
No! It's not gonna live!
So
There's no oxygen!
hold
The
on.
word is stasis.
With a 26, you note back to the fact that all of your toast that you've eaten from the bag has been fresh.
So there can't be oxygen in there, otherwise the oxygen will carry mold
But
spores.
it's the word that's used is stasis.
Mold spores.
Stasis.
So, it seems to be in a place where its last known condition was held.
Dang
and
it!
when it comes out, it is exactly how it was when it was placed into the bag.
Yes.
Dang it!
Right.
No!
So,
Fine, okay, I'll admit.
I
You're right.
probably should not use the term stasis, because that is not technically how the bag works. You still don't understand how the bag works, however.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Toku, you're supposed to help me win the argument.
No,
you were
you're
supposed
not.
to help me win the
No,
argument.
it's not true. Oh, hey, Mike. My cousin's here. Hi, cousin.
So, Toku,
Nice.
why would you betray me like this? I was supposed to win this argument.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
No.
Yes, I was.
No. No. Write your answers in the comments below.
Write your guess on whether or not I can put a mind player in here to defend it later.
That is so wrong on so many levels. I might read up on the Geneva Convention just to see how many pieces of it that breaks. That one idea.
If it doesn't currently have friends, I could befriend it. If
Mike, you traitor! You're supposed to pick my side. You're my family. He says he's not picking sides because he joined too late.
So the argument is,
Traitor.
with the bag of holding, the word that's been used is stasis. So my theory is, if I shove someone in there, their body will be put in stasis, and I can yank them out like a Pokemon.
And my theory is that no, you can't because they need oxygen and they will die in there with no oxygen. However, Doku said that when the toast is in there, it stays fresh, which leads me to believe there's still no oxygen. So because mold spores have not grown on that cinnamon toast.
But the thing is the phrase used.
But can't even
I can solve this right here, right now.
Please.
The traditional bag of holding, Sophie's right. The Doku bag of holding, I have no idea. That's up to Doku.
No.
Can the DM weigh in?
Yes.
You have a living
You're gonna
creature.
fill your room so full of small Chica
That's
stickers
attached to
or
you.
figures.
Did you not realize that there's a live creature technically in most bag of holdings?
No, there's that thing.
So
No, I'm asking Doku.
You have a creature that is attached to you that probably would be willing to go in if you asked it to.
Philo, no.
Thing is, I want pet Philo in there. Half my soul's in him. We can't get without outside of 30 feet. What happens if I send him to another plane?
That's a good question. All I'm saying is, you have options to test if you were interested.
No, I would sooner just take one of our victims and shove them in as a test subject. if they don't answer our
Admit
questions.
that I'm right.
Huh?
What?
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 Alright.
I'm saying if we have to torture someone for information, that's a good way to do it.
I mean,
Like, let them be my test subject.
won't change me being right.
All right.
But then we'll know for certain.
Oh yeah, no, I'd say we do it and know for
So
certain.
you know what?
Yeah,
Just because this is taking so long, I'm going to assume this happened canonically.
Yes.
Yes.
Argument about the bag.
Yes.
Everyone is
Uh,
kind of now gathering around and watching you guys argue, eating their breakfast with like.
Oh gosh, Cedar's family can see this.
Dana's just gonna walk up to the village elder and go, "So, do you still want us around after witnessing that?"
Sorry, it's a Thursday in my household. The village elder. Interestingly enough, we probably would have some people here that would be willing to go in, as long as
Wait,
you were
seriously?
willing to pull them
Oh
out.
no! Oh
and
gosh.
and the two from yesterday.
Cedar just kind of like leans down just a tiny. No, she leans over a little bit to Kiddis's ear. Take the one that was rude to me. I'm kidding.
But hold
I'm
on.
kidding.
Okay. Do we have a means of bringing them back if they do die?
A rope. Oh, you mean like back to life?
Back to life.
I thought
I
you
can
meant,
get
like-
them back
Not
out.
without
again.
Gale.
Yes.
Well, right, yeah, he has Revivify, but without him here, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
But do we want to waste a 300 gold diamond on an NPC?
I want to test if this works.
I mean, I'm not sure if I want to waste the diamond,
Right.
but
Is
if
it
I
our
end up
diamond?
being right, it is our diamond.
Why would we use our diamond?
Because we killed the dude.
They volunteered. Sign a waiver form.
Apparently your audio cut out, by the way, Doku. Yeah, my cousin's saying it cut out.
How's that? Is my audio
Mike,
back?
how are we now? Is it working?
Hold on.
He can hear you now.
Okay.
Cool.
So the thing is, sign the waiver form.
We have a waiver.
While those
she
two
barely
bicker,
scribbled one.
Dana's just gonna walk up to the village elder again and go, by the way, do you have a barrel that I can just have?
Unfortunately, no. We tend to pack a little light. I'm sure we can, depending on how long you stay, we could likely fashion one. But we don't have a barrel on hand outside of ones we use. We don't have a lot of extra here.
Okay. How long would it take to fashion one if I helped?
Well, we have to heat the coals, create the bands, cut the wood, treat it. 3
Wait.
days?
Can I conjure a barrel?
No, it's too big.
Too big. What if it's a little barrel?
It's not what I need.
We can probably get
Try to
everything in
help.
3 days' time.
Wait, what if you
That-
like conjure like the pieces?
Well, I can only use minor conjuration once, and it's like one item, so I can't.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that's a little too long, but thank you.
Nice. I'm sure in your travels, if you run into other cities and things outside of the nomad's land, I'm sure you
Mhm.
could easily purchase one. Up
Absolutely.
north or to the west. No problem.
Would you be willing to use the diamond if you went into the bag?
I mean, I would prefer not to die. Seeing as that kind of puts a wrench in like the entire plans that I have of keeping living.
Dana's just gonna walk up to those two from behind, smack them both on the back of the head simultaneously, and just go, "Alright, enough of this. What are we doing?"
No.
I am putting someone in the bag.
No, what are
Yes.
we doing?
You have two volunteers also now kind of still getting closer.
Let's go. And
As we're
she
discussing.
stands up and she's just like, let's go.
I mean, if they die, I guess we use the revivify and just get one back
No.
from. What do you
What-
want us to do? We're not gonna leave them dead.
Right, we're not doing that right now. We have too much to do.
What else do we have
What
to
if we
do?
promise to let you do it later?
Okay, when am I going to have willing volunteers to jump into a bag of holding?
We never said you needed willing volunteers.
I mean,
No, but
hey,
it's preferable
you can
with willing volunteers.
I mean, you could try to my ex-fiance for all I care.
that would be nice, but there's 2 perfectly willing volunteers right now.
Yes, but they seem. I
Yes,
mean,
but
other than
willing
that,
volunteers we have to
they seem
revive if they
okay.
die.
I
Aww.
don't really want to be like, "Hi, my kind. I haven't seen you all in 13 years," and then like one of my party kills one of them.
Volunteer. They can sign a waiver form.
I don't want to do that.
Guys, don't let me have fun.
Wait. You know what? Nope, I'm done. I'm done with the conversation now. What should we do next, Dana? Dana. What?
That's up to you. This is.
I
I don't know where we're going.
Keep saying that it's up to me. Oh, I hate that.
Can I put them in the bag of holding?
No, you cannot put them in the
You
bag
don't
of
have
holding.
any other ideas.
Well, maybe if I have a second where I'm not arguing about this bag of holding, I can think of some. Gracious. She turns around. Okay, so we could start heading towards the Imperial Mountain because I know that the temple is at the base of that. Plus we need to get over to the other side of the Blessed Isles so that we can, find my parents. Because I know what the soup rabbit said, but I think we're supposed to go there and get them. Like I think we can do it.
Okay. Does the village elder have a map?
We also need to get ACO somehow.
She does not have a map.
Okay.
She can point you in the direction, but if you're looking for, what are you looking for?
The direction of the tower versus the direction of the Imperial Mountain.
Tower? Oh, you mean the temple?
Blues Tower, yeah.
So the Imperial Mountain will be in the horizon. You can actually see some of the snow-capped mountains to kind of the north. That's not the right music. Why does my creepy music keep playing?
Because you're trying to kill us secretly.
I know, right?
Because it thinks it's a good idea for me to try the bag of holding thing.
Right, so just for... yeah, that'll be perfect bag of holding music. Why now are you not pasting? Come on. There we go. So just to pull up a visual reference for you in maps. The Imperial Mountain is definitely there. So you guys are probably, just from what you saw when you were dropped off, around here. Bloop. So around here. And as you kind of look towards the north west a little bit, you definitely see the snow-capped tops of not only the mountains that you're going to be traveling through, but the Imperial Mountain in the distance. Judging by what she told you, the temple should probably be around here. Now, there's a city there that's close enough that people can probably take pilgrimages to this temple, so it makes sense that it would kind of be there. And there was no mention of any other temples or anything else, but that would be the general idea, that probably right there, ish, would be it.
Okay.
Just based off the description that you got, because it's at the base of the Imperial Mountain, past the mountain ranges.
So when she points out to the tower, it would be roughly in the same direction as the mountain.
Yes, you would basically hit it first, because it's crevice.
Okay.
If you see on the map, it's kind of creviced in the middle of the mountain ranges at the base. And so that's kind of where she alluded it would be the lowest point of the island, because that's where all the water kind of comes from and flows through.
So then above game, I want to go to that city right by the Imperial Mountain.
Lord's Crossing or Jusha?
Jusha.
Okay. Because that's what I was thinking we should head for as well. Above game, Jusha, then Chanos.
Yeah. And then in game, we should just head straight for the mountain. Because I don't know what city's there.
Yeah. We can... we can head towards the Imperial Mountain, and I can probably get a good bird's eye view of the
Yeah.
city.
That sounds
Help
great.
us navigate that way.
And maybe we'll find a hostage to throw in the bag.
Yes.
The two look extremely disappointed.
Unless either of you have a 300 gold diamond.
They look down and shake their head, quite sad. We
I'm
don't
sorry.
really have
Look, we just don't want to
money.
kill you guys.
You can't kill me. Just, pull me out. I'll hold my breath.
And what if we
Nope,
can't pull you
wait.
out?
You can pull other items out of the bag.
Yeah,
Not
but I
perfectly.
can't guarantee it'll be you that I pull out.
Exactly.
It may take a
Legitimately-
minute.
And she might pull out like a piece of toast before she can pull you out.
It sometimes doesn't like to give me what I want.
It's a weird bag of holding.
And apparently, sometimes it gives me what I want and then gives me something else on top of that I didn't ask for.
Like the freaking knives.
Yes.
Basically, all of this to say there is a non-zero chance that you won't die.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
good luck getting somebody else to risk their lives, I guess, willingly.
Apparently,
willing.
I have to
And
find
they-
someone unwilling.
They kind of look
According
down
to them,
and,
which
and
sounds
kick dirt.
so awful.
I mean, it does. We're just saying that. Okay, how about this? Keep an eye out for a diamond. How's that? We'll bring an extra diamond back with us if we find one, and then you can chuck one of them in the bag. Does that sound like a good idea for you?
Hmm.
You're
They-
smiling, but I don't know if
They,
that means
they both
good or...
look to the village elder to see if there's an extra diamond, and she looks disappointed and shakes her head no.
Oh boy. And Cedar just kind of looks at the village elder and goes, "Sorry," like just kind of mouths.
Tell you what,
I just
though.
thought of this line and I have to say it now.
Oh no.
Dana's gonna look over at Cedar and go, "What is it with you and your people and involuntary suicide?"
That was Kiddis who did the sand wall.
I know, but it's you that always jumps in the way of danger stupidly, with no plan aside
Do not.
ahead of that.
Do not. Okay, if this is about the Shalius jail cell thing, we had a plan. It just really screwed up.
Oh, by the way, though, once I figured out, I'll send you guys a sending spell and tell you how it went. She's talking
to the
guards.
guards.
Oh, okay. So they're like, please do, and they make a special note. They kind of like have a new page that they're writing specifically for the insides of bags of holding.
It's gonna be so much fun to experiment with.
Oh boy.
Feel free to bring Atlas back whenever you want, though. If you guys set out today, and they'll kind of try to see if Atlas is around and like say goodbye to him and like scratches his flame cheek, I guess. But yes, so as all of the commotion then kind of starts to subside, the rest of the village, now knowing they're not going to see a possible hanging in the middle of village with a bag of holding, they all kind of disperse and start going about their daily duties. You see half the village kind of leave and start going kind of deeper into the forest with different various baskets, bows, and arrows, things in that. You would assume to probably try to collect and forage and hunt the area out. So yes, do you guys want to leave today and head north, or what is your plan then?
I think so, but first I think I want to go and talk to my siblings and just kind of tell them my general plan.
Okay. So you kind of move into the main hut where they kind of were talking before with you, and as you walk in, you see them all three of them actually getting kind of ready. They are wearing leather armors. One of them has a studded armor, the youngest one, with the most protection. They all seem to have various bandoliers with knives and bows, almost like they're just super kind of preparing. You see them kind of getting a leather bag where they're putting like rope and adventurers gear, or what they would assume to be adventurers gear, into it. And they're kind of wrapped up in what they're doing. They don't even notice you come in.
Hey, it's me.
Oh, hey sis. Yeah,
Hey.
we're almost ready. Um, to go
Ready to go where?
with you, right? That's what you talked
Oh,
about. And I mean, you're going to find mom and dad, right?
I mean, yeah. Going to find mom and dad. Going to find out where the Blue Fairy Queen is, and hopefully somehow get ACO on the way. But he's in the middle of the gosh dang ocean, so I'm not really sure how to do that other than send him so many sending spells. We annoy him into coming back. That's my original plan, but I'll get a better one.
Well, he is always annoying himself. I'm sure you can always send him here, and we can definitely go about starting to collect the family again. Um,
Are you sure you guys don't want to stay here though? It's safe here.
I mean, we'll go with you, or we can follow. You know, days travel behind, or I just we found you. We don't want to lose you. Well, you found us.
Thank you. Yeah. Let me talk to my travel companions about that real quick. Hey Dana, Kidis, can you come here? My brother and sisters are thinking of coming with us. Do you think that's a good idea, or because I don't? We tend to attract a lot of trouble and scary things. So, I mean, I want you guys to be safe. I don't want to lose any more of you.
Safe, Miss Wizard Thief thing. You.
I mean, I haven't been safe for 13 years, so I'm kind of used to that.
Well, yeah.
Well, that depends. Do you want the sugar-coated answer or the realistic answer?
Realistic. That's why I'm asking you, Dana. When
They're a
have you ever
liability and they're
sugarcoated?
going to die. So keep them here.
Have you ever sugarcoated anything in your life?
Yes.
Oh, that's
About
so
So-
confusing.
48 years ago.
As Dana says that,
Very exact.
Cedar's youngest sister walks up and kicks her in the shin.
And I try to dodge that.
All right, hold on. Roll a dex.
Love it. Dex save.
Yeah, why not?
Love it. 26.
Yeah, you win. You definitely, like, she goes to kick you without even really saying a word, and you move your leg, like, right out of the way, and she kind of, like, falls forward, like, a little bit, catching herself, and just looks really mad.
Can I turn that dodge into like a sweep of the leg?
Oh no, you're gonna beat up my sister.
Sure, but I'll probably, if you want to roll an attack roll, it'll be a dex save against the pushback against.
23.
Yeah, I got a 17. So, yeah, you can sweep the leg, Johnny.
Like no damage. I just want to sweep the leg to show that like we've gotten the shit kicked out of ourselves and we're a lot more trained than they are.
So as you do that, one second.
The suspense is killing me. While he's gone, real quick. Would you be open to
So,
sending him spending?
as
Oh wait,
you
no, I
do
can't.
that, roll 2 more dexes.
Okay. Saves or checks?
Saves.
Okay.
He could turn someone to stone and
Natural
shove them
20
in
and
the
a
bag.
19.
But their lungs are stone. We need to test if there's oxygen in there.
Well, the thing is, though, they're
They're
turned to
still
stone
going at
in
it.
like a stasis.
But no, they can't breathe in
So,
there.
Hold on.
as you get the sweep, you're actually sweeping the leg of Cedar's littlest sister. her older sister then actually tries to push you as you kind of engage in like the trip up. And then you actually kind of see that coming and dodge. And then right as you dodge the other sister, her brother comes up and just power shoves you into the back. And like it actually like doesn't do any damage, but it almost kind of like stiffens you up and knocks the wind out of you a little bit.
Mhm.
And then he kind of looks at you and goes, our family can take care of each other, as kind of a nod to the fact that there's 3 of them and 1 of you. So even if you took out 1, there'd still be 2, you know what I mean?
Okay. She'll pull out her swords. Let's try it.
Oh gosh. Cedar's just like, guys, please no.
So
Cedar looks at her siblings and goes and points at Dana and goes, she slaps really hard.
And just to make her point like even more clear that like you stand no fucking chance without having to say it, she strikes both of her forearms, activating both of her crimson rights.
Oh no, she's doing the fire thing.
roll an intimidation with advantage.
Love it. And because I did take 5 points of damage from that, but both my rights are now active.
Oh gosh.
That's a
Dana,
17.
please don't kill my family. Cedar just kind of shouts over her shoulder, Gail, you might need to be ready.
Here's the interesting thing. The brother and the sister that are older of Cedar kind of hesitate and get back down, and you can kind of see a bead of sweat fall down the eldest brother's forehead. But the little sister actually notches an arrow, and as she does, it actually ignites in flame. You actually kind of notice that the arrowhead itself was actually flint and kind of designed to ignite when it was drawn and notched, and it begins to flame, and she's like staring you down.
Oh, this isn't a threat, it's an offer. If you wanna if you wanna see if you can actually fight alongside us, your best bet is going to be to fight and win against at least one of us.
Okay. So
I had no idea the combat in this session was going to be my character's siblings.
the mood then begins to shift.
Oh.
And the arrow that was notched in Cedar's little sister's bow flies. And as it whizzes past your head, I want you all to roll for initiative.
Does it hit me?
It wasn't aiming for you.
Okay.
Alright.
That's not great. It's a 7.
24.
20.
Okay. So where did I put you?
And I'm just gonna preface this now. None of my attacks are lethal. They're meant to drop everyone to 1 hit point and leave them there.
Ditto on mine.
No worries. Where? Ah, here we are.
Sharice, don't kill my character's siblings. Cedar's been
I'm not killing the siblings. I'm just wondering if there's any dead bodies in this camp.
Oh gosh.
Please tell me there's dead bodies in this camp.
Oh no.
There can be.
Can there be?
Rain.
I'm
No,
kidding.
We just met these people. Don't kill them.
I wasn't talking about them.
The siblings.
She gets it.
No!
I don't know how it took you. You did not.
No, I thought, like I said, we just met these people, and I thought, like, they included.
No.
Please don't kill Cedar's siblings. I never thought I'd have to ask that as a serious question in this campaign. But Rain,
You had an argument with me about whether or not I could shove someone in a bag of holding, and then proceeded to not let me do it.
I said later. That's not letting you do it. That's postponing it until there is a more appropriate time.
There was willing participants.
Oh, that's something.
Oh, that's not the siblings. Oh, those look like issues.
And as you guys are standing off, everyone just kind of crowded again watching. This flaming arrow whizzes right past you and clips the wing of a giant owl. And in the talons of this owl are two giant call them bone nagas, because that's what they're based off of. And they drop to the ground in kind of a surprise attack formation before the owl kind of swoops back up, and an alarm begins to sound as the entire camp around you breaks into chaos and begins to scatter.
So there will be dead bodies for me to use.
So let me just get the right size here. So my map is reloading here. Okay, so there we go. That's the chaos that's happening around you. And can I get your initiative rolls one more time for me?
24.
7.
20.
7.
Cedar was 7?
Yes, I was 7.
You really like initiative rolls. Okay. So your swords are still activated. I will say that you have a full sans one round. You'll have essentially a full minute. So of combat with them. What do they last? 6 rounds again, or is it 10?
No, they last until I dispel them or until I sleep.
Oh, that's right, because it's not a minute anymore. That's right.
Mhm.
That's right. We talked about that last time. I just did it dumb.
Yeah.
So yes, your rights are lit, but there is no surprise round. We just go right into it. The owl begins to
Okay.
kind of take off the ground. It is now about 20 feet off the ground. You can actually feel the wind brushing past you as the strength of this giant owl's wings are just kind of almost taking the air out of your lungs as it sways its wings. And the two Naga are kind of staring down and preparing to move quickly and attack anyone who is around, essentially. But you rolled very high, so you are up.
Love it. I'm gonna run in towards this bone snake. And I will take my 3 strikes. First one using Orc's help action for advantage.
Okay.
Ouch. For an 11 to hit.
For the actually, is that the first strike?
That's the first strike.
That does not hit.
Yeah, didn't think so. Second strike is a 27.
That will.
Third strike is a 21.
That will also hit.
Okay. So first is 5 radiant, 6 slashing. And second is 9 slashing, 6 fire.
Having to math.
And that is my turn.
Perfect. One of the things you notice as you kind of slash, go and give me a quick perception roll.
Okay.
As a part of your attack.
Fey Fiend are undead?
Yes.
Okay. 22.
The slashing really doesn't do too much. You kind of glance off of it like you would just causing a small chip in a bone. Kind of like cutting deeply into someone's flesh and then hitting the bone and having your sword stop as it meets that resistance. It almost hits the bone and does not really do too much damage from what you can tell. But your rights seem to affect the creature more than...
Well, does it make a difference knowing that my all my damage is considered magical while my rights are active?
Because your base damage is still slashing.
Yeah, but it's magical slashing now. Okay.
I wouldn't, yeah, it's not going to make a direct difference. Your rights still do the normal damage, but you definitely notice the slashing almost is very not effective.
Gotcha.
Is that
That's
your turn?
me. Yeah.
Okay. Kidis, actually, you are next up.
All right. Am I within like 30 feet of the bone?
Yeah, there's the
Yeah, you're about 20 feet away.
squares 5 feet.
I cannot see the squares for some reason. Like I can see them, but for whatever reason, when I first look at it, I never see them. All right. Rolling. Well, that does not work. Guess what I rolled?
What did you roll, Charisse?
1.
Yeah.
And what were you trying to do?
I was just trying to do a witch bolt. A second level.
A what bolt?
Witch bolt.
Gotcha.
So that'd work.
Let's see what happens with a 1.
Sorry.
Oh.
That's up to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and do me a favor then.
Oh no.
Because you rolled a 1, and because of your positioning, the description of the spell is you basically send a crackling beam between you and the creature that you're trying to hit.
I know exactly what's happening.
So,
and I dodge.
That's what I was gonna see. So, Kidis, I would like you to actually make another attack roll and let me know what that number is.
I don't want to die today. What did you freaking roll, Charisse?
Let's see. 24?
No! Why?
Well, that seems to beat an armor class of 16. So if you can,
really? I had no idea.
So if you can, on a hit, the target takes 1d12 damage. And each of your turns for the duration, you can use your action to deal additional damage to the target. So it is a concentration spell.
I'm so sorry, Cedar, but I cast it at level 2.
So it's 2d12.
So if you could roll 2d12 for me. I will say, though, you now noticing there was bloodlust in your eyes and you just really wanted to get the damage out and you really weren't paying attention to the backdrop or collateral. The moment you hit Cedar, the concentration will break. So it will not be sustained.
Thank goodness. How much did you hit me for?
20?
20?
Oh
my gosh!
All right. I need battle music.
16!
So yes, okay. So you take.
I'm angry right now.
You are understandably. I actually really do sympathize. But the thing is this is a common theme every time I play Kidis.
True. However,
literally, because last time I played her in a different, I played her in a one-shot. She used Shatter in a cave and did more damage to her party than she did back to the enemy.
I'm gonna scream at a note that only dogs can hear.
So there's that. That adds a very interesting dynamic. The good thing is, though, well, Kidis, I guess I'll let you finish your turn if there's any movement or bonus action, like running away from Cedar at top speed that you'd like to do.
No, I'm not gonna get her now.
No, I'm
Not
just
now.
gonna be like, Shakira's gonna be like, it worked. Because the scene is so
Oh, what the heck, child?
In my defense, I wasn't aiming for you.
Well, I hope not.
You just happened to be in my line.
Oh, God, what was that?
Witch bolt.
Witch bolt in a different direction.
So if that's Kidis's
angry.
turn, I will say that now 3 flaming arrows will arc past Kidis, zooming past Cedar, and almost as Dana is taking her swipes with her sword, these 3 arrows, 1, 2, 3, almost in perfect unison in a line directly up the spine, almost perfectly aimed to hit the cartilage that seems to be between the bones. All 3 pierce directly into the Naga as it kind of rears out just a gasping sound, and the clinking of bone you can hear, like cracking of knuckles as it shudders and shakes and the 3 arrows fall to the ground. But it does seem to be perplexed by this damage as 2 of them hit. And it actually takes a little bit of fire damage. A lot of a lot of fire damage actually, and seems kind of mad at Cetus's brothers and sisters. You see their little image?
I love it. I've been waiting for a moment to say that I love the image you chose. Look, do you see it?
Yeah.
He looked cuddly.
So I'm just gonna move all 3 of them together as your little aid in combat here, to kind of prove their prowess to Dana, if you will. And that will conclude their turn. And the owl begins to go.
I rolled really badly on initiative.
And let's see here.
So when you rolled 24, was it natural 20? Or what was? Okay, good. That's good. From a natural 1 to it would have been weird statistically speaking.
Yeah, no. If it was natural 20, you would have taken more damage.
No, really?
So I would like
I'm in a very sarcastic mood tonight.
I noticed.
I would like Dana to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Ten.
Okay. So you are kind of
Or sorry, 13, but same difference.
yeah, at that point. You kind of, to try to get situational awareness, look up at the owl, and you see it staring down at you, and all 3 eyes meet your vision, and you feel your body begin to harden.
No, not this thing again.
And you slowly begin to feel your legs get heavy. And as of right now, your legs would be too difficult to move.
Okay.
At the end of your next turn, you may roll to try to break the concentration. As you look at it, you feel your feet get heavy, almost turning to cinder blocks, but you notice that it's staring at you and hovering almost magically without even really floating or flapping its wings to keep in the air. It seems to just be floating there.
So when I notice my legs start to harden, if you'll allow, I'm just gonna look at Cedar and I'm gonna yell, "Target the owl."
Cedar nods.
That'd be absolutely fine.
I was gonna do that anyway.
And then it seems like both Nagas are going to get to go. And interestingly enough, neither one of them now target Dana. One of them moves forward to Cedar, and the other one actually moves forward to Kittis.
How far does that first one move?
It promotes an opportunity attack if you want to
Okay.
take it.
Yes, I do. 19.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Good one, Mike.
1 radiant, 9 slashing.
Okay.
So 1 radiant, 4 slashing with resistance.
Okay. Perfect. And then I accidentally closed out of that character sheet, so I will need 10 seconds to get my life together. There it is. Oh, did I miss something? I'm concerned.
I mean, yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, I missed what was said.
Oh,
So
looks
someone
like we
making
might
fun of
need
me?
that Revivify diamond for
No,
that.
they're making fun of Kittis.
Gotcha. Okay.
My cousin said, "Target the owl." Proceeds to target Cedar and Cedar's siblings, and then he said, "I mean, Kittis is already doing that."
Oh, nice. Let's see here. The one next to Kittis actually makes a single bite action. And rolls a 15.
Hits.
And so you will actually take. Where are my d6s? Right there. 8 damage.
Okay.
And I need you to also roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 13.
The marker for this one is actually surprisingly low, so you met, and you don't feel anything that was happening. But you notice that its movement seems to be very erratic, and it seems like it has more, as it goes to bite, but then rears its head, and instead of biting again, holds its action. The other one goes for Cedar, and will actually make 2 bite attacks.
He's just gonna die this session, and it's gonna be Kittis' fault.
Oh wow! It's almost like not using a Revivify diamond for something stupid was a good idea.
You don't need a Revivify. We have Gale.
So,
If we die, we're gonna need it.
Cedar, you will take 6, 7, 8, 9 damage, and will also need to do a Constitution saving throw.
That's fine. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm starting to agree with that owl spirit thing. Existence is pain. What do I roll for the save? Just a d20, right?
Yeah, plus con modifier.
Okay.
Or, well, plus your saving throw for con.
Please. What?
+2.
This an 8.
Your veins begin to burn as
Ow.
a poison takes hold inside your body. Almost as if, like fighting a Komodo dragon, its mouth just seems to be such a rotten cesspool you can almost smell it as it bit you and tore into your flesh. That it's not so much a poison, but just a rot of your central nervous system. And you take 3 additional damage.
I I do I?
At the end of each one of your turns, you may also then take another con saving throw to see if you can break the poison.
I have 2 HP right now. I haven't done a single spell yet.
Well, the good news is, it's your
Am I
turn.
still conscious?
Yeah, you have 2 HP, you said, right?
Yeah.
You're just poisoned, but yes.
Okay. I look at the snake and I go, I'll deal with you later, breath mint. And I cast, and then I cast Phantasmal Force on the owl.
Okay. Okay, sorry, just getting it there. It does affect it. It's not undead
Oh,
or a
thank
construct.
goodness.
Mhm. Yeah, I just wanted to double check because I remember that had a condition. So, yeah. All right. So you cast your illusion. What happens?
I cast an illusion of just an absolutely freaking gigantic snake. And I have it attack the giant owl from behind. Like peripheral vision.
Okay. So what is the save that I know it's a wisdom saving throw, but what am I saving against?
No, it's not.
No, it's intelligence.
Oh, intelligence. Excuse me. Sorry. Yes. Thank you for the correction.
No worries.
What is our intelligence saving throw against?
15.
I drop my dice. But let me add my modifier. Where are you? Okay. Not a very smart owl. Its best tactic. So its concentration breaks as it kind of believes this giant snake is now behind it. I'd had no idea that it was there at first, and then concentration breaks as it begins to try to dodge this giant hulking snake that is now behind it. And as soon as it does, the stones that were kind of holding Dana's feet down break and crack apart.
And for my bonus action, I would like to throw one of my psychic knives at the snake.
The one that's right next to you?
Yes.
Okay.
The one that bit me.
Okay. Go ahead.
Give me just a sec to find the exact thing for that. Yeah, and I'll roll it on Dex, obviously.
Did you roll the damage for that? Because don't you get damage dice?
Yeah, you get a D6.
Yeah.
Oh, for the owl.
Fantastic.
Oh, I have
He
not.
fell for it.
Here,
Huh?
oh, I'll do that real quick.
Yeah, just didn't want to short you.
That's a wait. That's 5, but I don't know if I get a plus. Give me a sec.
Nope.
I don't. Okay, so that's just 5.
Okay. Thank you.
And then for my psychic blade, that is a dirty 20.
Hits.
I'm aiming for right between the eyes.
Which one?
Well,
The
wait,
one that attacked you.
the one that attacked me.
No, I know. You said right between the eyes.
No, I'm throwing it at the
It was-
snake.
Oh, the snake. Okay, I thought you were hitting the owl. My bad.
Yeah, no, I told the snake I'll deal with you later, breath mint.
Gotcha. Okay.
This is later.
This is late.
And then I get 1d4 plus 4. And another 5.
Perfect. Okay. All right. So that hits right between the eyes and actually sticks with a thunk. You can kind of hear the hollowness of the skull as your knife penetrates it, and it kind of echoes as it rings inside of its head. It tries to shake it off, but the knife just continues to stick in what is there as the skull of the eyes and everything. As it kind of rears as a rot drips from its mandibles. And I'd like you to go ahead and roll your Constitution save because it's the end of your turn.
Please. With my modifier, that's a 4.
Wait, with your modifier, that's a 4?
Yes!
Okay.
When I say something like that, don't make me say it twice.
Wait. Was your first level in wizard or rogue?
think wizard.
It was wizard.
Then you should have proficiency, so that would be a 7.
Wait. I have no idea. Or my mind
Oh,
is...
no. Right, never mind. Excuse me, it is a 4.
Yeah, so it's con. So it's 2,
Yeah.
2 plus 2, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You still feel poisoned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. So, that'll bring us then to the top of our round. Dana, you're up.
Alright. I will run over towards the bone snake again. Flanking with Cedar.
Mm-hmm.
Do we do flank in our game? Because I don't think I've ever had to ask about it before.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
technically it's a hexagon rule, but I think everyone adopts it into square maps anyway, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we can flank.
Okay.
I have a different rule specifically for attack tactic, but since none of you guys use it, you'll find out when I use it.
Okay. First strike. 19.
Yep, that hits.
Second strike. 27.
Totally misses.
Third strike. Ouch. 16.
Okay. All 3 will hit.
Okay. Strike 1 is oh thank God. That is 3 radiant, or sorry, 2 radiant, 3 slashing after resistance.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming it has resistance and not immunity.
Yes, it's resistances.
Okay. Second is 1 radiant, 3 slashing after resistance. Wow, I'm rolling piss poor on these damage dice. Third is 1 fire, 4 slashing.
Okay. Regardless, the Naga looks very unhappy at this point. Between the arrows that have been kind of launched, the original attacks, everything else that's kind of hit it, it's kind of, you can hear the cracks and pops of the bones as they kind of separate a little bit, but then like pop back together, almost like it's being held together. And it is looking pretty beat up, almost like it's getting towards a final leg, if you will.
Okay. And that is me.
Okay. So that will bring us to Kittis then.
Okay,
Please don't hit me.
I'm not. I have a question, though. The spell
broken.
Yes. Please. What was that? Is what broken?
I broke the DM. Today was my first day.
Please don't kill me.
Please don't kill me.
I just had a question. For not this immediate moment, but so the spell, turn them to stone. It doesn't cost me a spell slot to use.
It should still cost.
No, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to attune to it. Like you can. It's in your book as a part of your permanent panoply. But it does still cost a spell slot like it would.
Okay. But anyway, I'm going to cast. Let's see. Why aren't you guys within 10 feet of each other? That's just rude. Anyway, but I'm going to cast Wither and Bloom, and it's a con save to the snake that's attacking Cedar. That con 15 save.
It actually just rolled a nat 20, unfortunately.
Well, dang it.
Well, so that's still half damage.
Yeah, it is still
Still
half
half
damage.
damage?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just saved.
All right. Well, let's see. 3d6. Seven damage. So that's 3.
Yeah.
3 damage, and then I'm going to choose to heal Cedar.
Good choice.
And how much does she heal? 3 damage?
1d8 plus 2.
1d8 plus 2.
1d8
Even
plus
on a
2. Where's...
failed save? Hold on.
Yeah, because
Oh, yeah.
you choose to. Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, I got 10 points back.
Nice.
And I'm going to teleport somewhere over here. No, wait.
I am in the kill box.
Here we go. I'm gonna hide behind Dana. There we go.
Perfect. All right, and is that you?
That is me.
Okay. So, the owl will move in now and kind of know that Cedar did the move. And it's going to kind of swoop around this way. And it's going to use another one of its actions.
I'm not looking it in the eyes. Cedar saw what happened and made the connection to Stone Tower, so she's just like, no. She's like, what is sight? Who needs it?
Well, you
so-
you still need
I
it.
still
just not
need it.
in the
I'm just
eye.
saying. I'm just saying that.
No. So here's the thing. It doesn't matter.
Dang it! I thought you had to look at the. Dang it!
So the trick
No, it has
is
the same spell we do.
I'm so angry.
the trick is on the fail you actually look. The effect is always there. The spell is to get you to look.
Well, you know what? Dang it. Okay.
Because because its eyes are always glowing. So, anyways, where did we go?
I am so terrified. Look at that map.
Sophie.
Oh, hi, Captain. Hi, Captain.
So go ahead and roll your con save then.
Okay. Let's roll mushroom dice. Okay. 15?
So you decide that in your fear, your eyes track the movement as
Oh.
you turn your head as the movement of the owl kind of catches your peripheral and you look.
Dang
And
it.
your feet begin to get very heavy. And
Ah, crap. Data!
that will be the owl's turn. Now the trick behind it is you're still poisoned and will actually take 3 damage from this poison. As the Naga, now seeing that you're poisoned and
Turning to stone.
turning to stone, will turn its attention away from you
Oh.
and turn its attention back to Dana. And one move and one action, you see its eyes beginning to glow as the chittering body of the Naga that is now staring like a kid in a candy store at your brothers and sisters begins to glow, a radiant and opaque glow. And at the very same time, the other Naga turns back to the first Naga, and the first Naga now begins to glow, that very same glow. Your family now, on their turn, because that's all the Nagas did, will see that the owl is going after you and want to be the hero. So we have 3 more flaming arrows going straight for the owl, and 2 of them whiz right by. As the third one hits, he will take... Man, these damage rolls on your brothers and sisters. He'll take some damage.
I like to think that the one that hit was Pelly's, the youngest one.
Yeah, you see the first 2 miss, and then Pelly just kind of shoves your brother out of the way, fires it off like super nonchalant, and it just kind of picks the owl right above the third eye. Unfortunately for you, his concentration keeps.
Dang it.
And then it'll bring us actually back to the top of the round.
Okay.
Wait, what about? Oh wait, do I
Oh,
get no
sorry,
turns?
sorry, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it was you. Sorry, your family
No
technically
worries.
goes after you. I don't know why I missed that. That was my bad. Thank you.
No worries, no worries. I would like to cast.
Would you like to disengage and run?
I can't. My
Can't.
my
You're
She
my
can't
stuck.
feet
move.
are turned to stone, Cherise. I
Oh,
can't
shoot.
run.
Oh shoot.
Can't run.
Sorry.
I would like to cast Firebolt at the owl.
Okay.
Aim it right for the third eye.
Right for the third eye.
Yeah.
Do your worst.
Let's go with sparkles. Come on. Okay. 21.
Yeah, that hits.
That is here.
2d10.
Wait. Oh yeah, because I am at 5th. Well, yeah, I'm at 5th level person, I guess. So that's 2d10 fire damage. Okay, that's 6. Oh, that's cocked. Oh, that's another 6. 12.
All right.
And as I do that, I smile and I go, I hit the third eye. I wonder if I helped enlighten him. And I just smile at my brothers and sisters, knowing how terrible of a joke that was. Oh no!
I'm kidding. So yes, you hit. The firebolt does hit, and believe it or not, the concentration now breaks. Your feet begin to kind of feel free, and you feel surprisingly lighter than you did before. Is that going to be your turn?
Oh, and I want to throw. The knife at the owl.
Okay, sounds good.
Tried to turn my feet to stone. I'm gonna throw a knife at his face. Cause and effect. That's an 11.
Does not hit.
Dang it. Okay.
And then roll your con save.
Yeah. Okay, that's 13. It's not gonna work, is it? No. I'm still poisoned.
You still feel kind of sick, yeah.
That's fun. I love that so much.
So much.
Just love it so much.
Okay. So now it brings us to the top of the round because the sisters and brothers moved. So Dana, go for it.
Okay. 3 more strikes at the bone snake.
Okay.
First one is a 15.
Does not hit.
Okay. Second is a 26.
That will hit.
Third is a miss.
Okay. So to help answer the question a little bit, as you kind of go to do your strikes, the swords are almost deflected by a shield that seems to be protruding outside of the distance of the bone, coming out, almost as if a shield of faith is protecting it,
Okay.
which is a 2 AC bump up.
Right. So that's 4 slashing, 5 radiant after resistance.
Okay. So you go in and your first 2 strikes do their miss, and you're just frustrated now as you kind of drive your sword kind of at a different angle, and this penetrates the shield as it severs its 65th and 67th vertebrae. Arbitrary numbers I just made up. And you notice that the body, the top part, kind of falls limp to the ground as the head hits the ground with a clash, and the dust kind of flies off from the head. And the tail seems to be like a lizard's tail that just got severed from the body, as it still seems to be thrashing around. And I want you to roll a dex save.
Okay. 22.
It begins to thrash around, and right as it swings wildly towards you, you kind of see it coming and dodge right out of the way. Kind of almost in a taunting fashion, if you will. I imagine you're just like, ha! And you like bounce back twice, and you're like, beach. As the tail then also now goes limp.
Okay. So I'm assuming that's the end of that creature.
That is the end of that creature.
Love it. So then with my movement, I will run over towards this bone snake to try and flank again with Cedar.
Okay.
If I can get that far with my 30 feet.
You can get that far with your 30 feet.
Cool.
They're big creatures, but that's, yeah, you're able to get around it. There's not much mass to them.
Love it. And yeah, that's me.
Okay. So that'll bring us to Kittis.
We're going to cast Wither and Bloom again
Okay.
at the bone snake.
All right.
That's a con 15.
It does not save this time.
All right, so I cast it at second level, so that's 2d6.
Okay.
All right, 6 and 12. And then I also heal Cedar once again.
Yay! That's what?
A D8
That's-
plus 2.
Yeah, 2d. No, 1d8 plus 2. That's another 10.
You've now successfully undone all the damage you did to her.
Gosh! Now I don't have to throw you off of a building or something.
See, Kittis makes mistakes, but she tries to fix them.
Good job. I'm playing with you. I would never throw Kittis off a building.
I don't know.
I'd throw her in the water, but that would just make
Can she swim?
Can Kittis swim?
I don't know.
Haku never told her how to swim?
Well, the thing
Never
is, he
taught her?
wasn't around all that long.
Okay.
All right. So, was that Kittis's? Oh, yeah. So, was that your whole turn, or is there anything more you'd like to do?
I'm going to teleport once more, and I'm just going to kind of like about here. There we go.
Okay. I need all three of you to make a Dex saving throw.
Oh dear.
Even me?
Yeah, but it can't hurt you.
Okay.
Because you're
14.
teleported.
Right there.
18.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
We're freaking ninjas.
So the owl begins to kind of flap its wing fairly tremendously, and as it does, an entire flash of shadow washes over its entire body as it collects and gathers into three small balls of darkness and shoots all three towards you as giant shadow lances hit the ground right in front of Kittis, hit the ground right in front of Cedar, and then right into the shoulder of Dana. And you take 13 damage.
What type?
Piercing.
Damn it, I was hoping necrotic.
It's a solidified shadow,
Okay.
so it's a physical object.
Alright.
And that will actually be the last legendary action my owl gets to take. So now it gets to do normal combat. And it will now begin to kind of try to fly up about another 10 feet. So it's about 30 feet off the ground now at this point. Just to kind of give itself some relatively safety.
Well, that's annoying.
Hold of it to think that's safety.
Then we have Naga.
Outside of my witch bolt
Ooh.
range.
Was hit by who? Oh, Kittis, right?
Mhm.
Okay, but Kittis is not really in range. Cedar's still poisoned. Okay. So the Naga then lashes out, seeing that it's surrounded, bites Cedar, and lashes its tail at Dana. Cedar, that's a dirty 20 to hit. Dana,
That hits.
That is a 15 to hit, which
Miss.
I don't think does. Yeah. So you very skillfully dodge the tail as it bites down into Cedar and almost doesn't let go. As Cedar then will take only 5 damage.
Oh.
But I would like you to roll a second con saving throw.
Plus 2.
10.
Um, you take an additional 5 damage, as now your shoulder and arm, where it bit you the first time, they both sear. This one actually feels necrotic, as a different damage type. One is kind of a poison, the other one is kind of a necrotic rot of your flesh as it begins to kind of fall off and smells almost burnt, like it's been dead for weeks. As just parts of your shoulder are just kind of hanging off and your feathers are just kind of spilling over from the wound. And now at each turn, at the end of your turn, I would like you to roll 2 con saves. But it is your turn, so... yeah.
I'd like to cast Magic Missile at 2nd level, divvy up the damage between the 2 remaining enemies.
Go ahead.
Okay, so it's 3, 3, 5, 5. Okay, so 8 to each.
Okay.
And then I want to throw a knife at the other snake.
All right. Do your attack roll.
And by a knife, I mean a psychic knife.
I figured.
Just when I say knife, just assume psychic knife.
Bonus action, super knife.
Yeah, super knife. 18.
That does hit, actually.
Let me double check the damage on that one.
Mm-hmm.
That's 1d4 plus 4, so that would be 8 damage to the snack.
To the snack.
To the snack. I'm
Leave
gonna break it
Arthur out of this.
No, not that snack. This snack, I'm gonna break its neck.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Roll your 2 cons.
Okay. That's a 4 and a 7.
You were not doing too hot with those.
I had not realized that yet.
Each poison seems to take a little deeper into your person as you kind of start to feel a little woozy.
How much did I lose? Oh wait, I don't take the damage yet, do I?
Yeah, the damage is on the Naga's turn. The roll to get out of it is the end of yours.
Gotcha. Okay.
Roll a survival for me, because you're getting pretty intimate with this poison.
Give me a sec.
That's great.
That would be 21.
Being confused at the fact that there are 2 poisons, you take a closer look at the makeup of this bone naga, and you notice that after each attack, a venom sac seems to be refilling a different color each time. One was purple, the other one was green, and you seem to be affected by black and green.
Okay.
So you get the assumption that there may be a 3rd poison type if you were to get bit again.
Gotcha. These things have 3 types of poison, you guys. I have 2 of them in my veins.
It's in my body.
I'm in agony.
So Dana.
Peter just yells this out.
I am going to bonus action Blood Curse of Bloated Agony.
Okay.
Which, because I am a Ghost Slayer Blood Hunter, the target does not need to have blood for me to actually curse them.
Yeah, I remember that. Which one are you hitting?
The Bone Snake.
The Bone Snake? Okay.
And at the end of each of... Is it my turn or its turn? Let me check. Let me see. Yeah.
You were considering playing a poisoner.
Yeah, that is in one of the next campaigns. So
Yeah.
I'll definitely make a callback at some
What
point.
the hell? Where is it? Okay, sorry. Let me find this. Because I want to get this right. There it is. Blood Curse of Bloated Agony. At the end of each of its turns, it can make a Con 15 save to shrug off the curse.
Con 15. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing you want to say to this build of a creature.
Yeah.
I can't imagine why. They would have really good constitution.
And then I will, with my action, I will make 2 strikes.
Sounds good.
First one is a 27.
That
Or sorry, 23.
it hits.
Yeah. Second is 26.
Also hits, yes.
Okay. So first attack after resistance is 5 radiant, 3 slashing.
Okay.
Second attack is 6 radiant, 3 slashing.
Okay. It's looking pretty banged up at this point.
Okay.
It's still standing, but you can tell just by guessing at the other one, not by as much.
Mm-hmm.
And is that going to conclude your turn?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And then you rolled those attacks with advantage, right?
Yes, I did.
Perfect. Cool. Then Kidus, you're up.
I'm gonna cast Ray of Sickness at the owl.
Okay. Let me double check. How many spells I gotta keep track of with 3 wizards in the party?
Dirty 20 to hit.
Okay.
Let's be honest, 2.5.
Right. On a hit, yeah. So you're gonna do full damage. What's the con save? 15?
Yeah.
Okay. It actually does not save. Holy crap. Unnatural 10.
So. Alright, so let's see. That's 3, 6, 3 plus 3. So that's 13 and 17 damage.
Oof, okay.
And then it's now poisoned until the end of my next turn.
Which should just be normal poison is disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, right?
That's what it is.
Perfect. Yeah, okay. I was like, not effective poison, innate poison. Okay. Cool. Alright. And okay, so it's just double checking there. Perfect, so there's that. Yeah, so we're left with just that then. Okay. Okay. And how much damage was that again? Could you remind me, please?
17 damage.
Thank you very much. Perfect. Okay. Okay. So is that your turn?
Yep.
All right. So the owl will swoop down now, after being attacked by the lovely Kidus.
Yep. I figured.
And it's going to do 2 attacks with disadvantage, right? On Kidus. So the first one does not hit. The second one also does not hit. So that disadvantage just saved you, because those were pretty good attack rolls otherwise. So it kind of just the poison taking over its body, it's not used to actually being on the defensive. It takes 2 talon attacks, and these large hulking legs kind of attack just right next to either side of you, actually cracking and damaging the ground and lifting it. Lifting up the rubble and rocks as it kind of reels back to try to do another attack. And then that will be the Naga's turn then. Cedar will take 10 damage.
And you're out.
I'm out. I'm at -1.
Oof. All right.
I freaking drop.
You drop. and that'll put you kind of out of combat. Um, the Naga then will turn its attention, knowing that its poison took your veins, to Dana and do 2 attacks, but it suffers the bloated at that point, right?
Yes, it does. That's 2d8.
2d8. Do you roll that or do I? Can you remind
I
me?
do.
All right.
Well, it's whichever way you want to do it, but we've been doing it that I roll.
So
This is the first time in the whole game that I've gone down.
Yep.
I just wanted to make a note of that.
And that's partially because of.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is 4 necrotic damage total.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
You're welcome.
So the first attack will miss. The second attack is a natural 20, though.
Ouch. Okay.
So you will have to also roll a con save.
Okay. 14.
Okay, you did not save. You have a purple poison now running through your veins.
Fun.
So you actually, my damage roll was
Grape
extremely
flavored.
low. You take 10 damage.
What type?
Just the piercing.
Oh, okay.
It was a bone mandible bite.
I gotcha. I thought that was the purple poison.
Gotcha. No, you take 2 psychic damage from the purple poison.
Oh, fun.
Fascinating.
Can give you poison, necrosis, or emotional damage.
Emotional damage. So at this point, they are engaged. Naga went.
Congratulations.
Cedar's down. Cedar's family is going to fly around to Cedar, and we're going to have 3 survival checks in an attempt to stabilize. The little sister comes through again.
Heck
Little
yeah.
sister is just the competent one.
Pelly.
Pelly, yeah. Pelly is my red dice. Main brother and sister are my 2 alchemy dices. And they're rolling garbage, but your sister just rolled a 21, so you are stabilized.
Yay, so I don't have to do like the death saves?
No, you were at 0 HP until you wake up, essentially. Or, well, 1 HP until you wake up, which I think is 6 rounds. Right? Hold on. Let me double check in cap.
It's a minute. Well, actually, technically, it's an hour.
Just unconscious for an hour.
Okay. We'll say in cap will be 6 rounds, so about a minute. Just to make things a little easier, because I don't think if you were stabilized, you would, and there was still combat, I think you would probably wake up. And so that is their turn. All right, Dana, go ahead.
All right. 3 more strikes. Or, well, actually, correction. I'll make 1 strike, see if that takes it down, and then depending on that, I will continue with my others.
If it hits, I'm sure it will. So go ahead and do your thing.
I will, now that Cedar's out, I will use Cork's help action to give myself advantage on the first strike.
Okay.
For a 26.
It hits. Minimum damage will kill it, so go ahead and roll your dex save.
Okay. Wait, dex save or con save?
It's dex. So you
The
flailing.
killed it, and the tail.
Oh, right, the flailing tail,
the
yeah.
flailing tail.
Natural 20.
Okay, so yeah, same thing. You kind of expect the tail to do its thing, to be thrashing about. This time it tries to do a roll kind of over you and pin you kind of to the ground with its like rib cages, but you easily just kind of jump over it like you knew it was coming. And yes, so that would be your first attack.
Okay. And then I will,
Because the owl's on the ground now, isn't it?
It is.
yeah, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will run over to the owl then. And I will, see, is what Curse of Bloated Agony something I can redirect, like Hunter's Mark?
I don't think so, because it takes a charge.
Yeah, I don't think, yeah, no, it's not.
Mhm.
Okay. So then I will take my second strike with my attack action at it.
Okay.
And actually, can I get to an advantageous point so I can flank with Kidis?
Yeah, it's a large creature. You guys are surrounding it.
Okay, cool. Sorry that I'm asking so much.
You're good.
That's a 25.
No, totally miss.
For 1 point of radiant damage, 11 slashing.
Okay, so this is actually going to seem really interesting to you. It almost seems to now be flip-flopped, where the bones were really just taking the slashes and getting hit by the actual radiant damage and the actual rights. The owl almost seems completely unfazed, like the right hit the feathers and it just kind of almost sheened and reflected off as you cut in with your swords, and that's where the two small cuts actually begin to bleed.
Okay. And then I will bonus action use my last charge, a Blood Curse of Bloated Agony.
Okay.
Or actually, I think I might have one more now because I'm above 5th level, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. Regardless, I use it. So yeah, no, I don't. I use my last charge, so that's me. And I do amplify it, so I take a d6 of damage. 6 hit.
Alright, and that's your blood curse?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, no worries.
And it can make a con save at the end of each of its turns to shrug off the curse.
Speaking of con saves, please make yours.
Right. Nope.
Okay. Perfect. So that'll bring us to Kidis.
Did it actually deal with the poison? Ever?
So I believe the poison lasts how many rounds? Poison creature has. I did not deal with the poison, so I get to re-roll that, correct?
It
does save. That's a unnatural 21.
Alright. Then I'm going to try Witch Bolt again. This time there's not anyone in my way.
Don't roll a 1. But yes, go ahead.
Let's see. That is 15.
15 to hit?
Yeah.
It does, actually.
Yes. Okay.
It was great.
Then let's see. That is D12s. So okay, 3. So 3 D12s. 10 plus 2. That's 12, and so 22.
Okay.
22 damage, and then I'm going to teleport.
You're going to use your last one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna kind of go. Like, I'm trying to decide where I want to go. Hold up. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna teleport right here.
Okay.
I don't teleport far. It's just for the.
Are you 5 feet away? Or are you 10 feet away?
Well, I'm teleported.
It's for the
I understand.
ghost.
It's for Dana more than you.
Oh. Well, I just teleported right here.
Okay.
I don't know how far I am.
No worries. So, are you within 5 feet? So, like, could you make a melee attack? Is my question.
I could.
Okay, so you're within 5 feet. So, Dana would still get the flanking. You're just kind of opaque.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then that will bring us to. Is that your turn?
Yep, that's my turn.
Okay. So that'll bring us to Owl. So Dana. 4 damage from the poison.
Okay.
From the Naga. Owl will turn. Go ahead and roll your attack die for the bloated.
How many?
He only has 2 attacks, so.
Okay. That's a single point.
Okay, 1 point. 19 to hit and 14 to hit.
Hit and miss.
Yeah. So you'll take another 6 damage from one of the Talon Claw attacks. And you took the damage from the poison. The other one does not hit. How much? You said a single point of damage from him.
Yep.
And okay.
Please tell me that this thing's looking like it's hurting.
Not very much, no. You guys actually haven't hit it all that much.
Yeah, no, we haven't.
What's interesting though is now that Cedar is stabilized, the three siblings all kind of raise their hands to kind of try to imitate their sister, and 3 level 1 magic missile spells all then protrude almost in synchrony as you just get little pew 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 pews, all just kind of hitting various points of the owl, as it just seems like it's now getting like frustrated because it's bombarded with what feels like small pebbles.
Small, magical, glowing pebbles.
I didn't realize Gale was back.
All right.
There's a buzz in my eye.
So 21 halved.
What's your favorite fight move? I throw a rock.
Okay. So yes, Owl now seems very frustrated, but very visibly bruised. Still up and going though. And that would be Naga's turn, so he's dead. Cedar's unconscious for another 4 rounds. That'll bring us up to Dana.
Okay. 3 strikes.
Do your worst.
Happily. 24.
Hits.
Get my knees through the
18.
It will hit.
Perfect. And 18. So strike 1 is 11 slashing for radiant. Second attack, which I'm assuming is cut down to 2 radiant. Second attack is again 2 radiant after resistance and 9 slashing. And third attack is 9 slashing, 1 fire.
Okay. So yes, the slashes were cut really deep. Its skin feels very paper thin. It's got some meat on its bones, but you can feel the sword slashes actually cut pretty deep as it cuts in. But the feathers again definitely shine and sheen as the radiant damage and amplified magic damage tries to do damage, but really just doesn't seem to get there. That actually took a lot of damage, and the bloody wounds that you just kind of caused definitely seem to be causing visible drips now on the floor, as it seems to definitely be a little bit more hurt.
Love it. And that is me.
Okay. And so that will be then Kidus. Oh, roll your con.
Right. Thank you. Miss.
Okay. You are still poisoned, probably about for 3 more rounds.
Okay.
Unless you save.
Mm.
Alright, Kidus.
Alright. I do use my automatic damage that I now get from the Witch Bolt.
Okay.
So that is 5 more damage.
Okay.
You roll 3 more d12s.
3 more?
You roll, yeah, each time. So you cast it at 3rd level, so your
Yep.
auto damage is 3d12.
Ooh, hold up. Is that really?
Yeah, that's how it works.
Oh, yeah, because it takes your whole action. So it's basically just an auto hit of a repeat of the same spell.
Wait, so 6, come on.
You can use the action to deal 1d12 lightning. If you do it at 3, it's 3d12. Yeah. So it's 3d12 auto, but it's your your action.
It only did 7 damage.
Did you get 14 damage?
Huh?
Wait.
No, I got 7 total.
Okay. Gotcha. Cool. Out of 3 d12s, you got 7 damage total?
Yep, I got 2 ones in a row.
That hurts. That's a low average. But okay.
I know.
But yes, so it is your move. So are you going to do anything else?
I can't really, because if I move back, it gets opportunity, doesn't it?
It will,
Mhm.
yeah.
So no.
What is this?
Yeah.
I was like, go
Not
back.
battle music.
Not battle music. Okay. So there. What else did I have for you? Okay. No, just light manipulations and stuff. So, um, so, okay. So it's gonna do a thing. An attempt to kind of get you away. Shadow Solid Spike, hurl creature you see within range dex saving throw. 1d piercing, both of you in the target in dim light or darkness. Okay, so that's why I built that. Okay. So two things are going to happen actually as it begins to make a turn. It is 2 actions technically, so I believe bloated will still apply even if it's not 2 attacks.
Okay.
Right? Is it 2 attacks or no?
I think so. Let me check.
Because technically this is a spell and an attack, but it's still part of a multi-attack.
Yeah, if it takes more than 1 attack.
Yeah, so it's an action technically, but what it's going to do is it's actually going to create a cloud. And it's not just a normal cloud. The entire area of the battlefield now, up to 60 feet around the owl in a dome, actually begins to go dark. As the owl itself loses color and almost becomes shadow itself, as the entire area is now dim lit. Now, that doesn't seem to really affect you guys, because everyone in this field right now still has dark vision, but it does provide some extra perks for Mr. Owl Friend.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
my sword is also emitting 20 feet of regular light.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that will probably help you. Yes, it will, actually. As a lance begins to kind of form, one of them will attack Kittis, and the other one will attack you. Now, you will not have... He will not have advantage on the attack for you, or deal the extra damage, because your sword is emitting light. But Kittis, you get hit with a 17, and Dana will get hit at a 13.
I'm gonna silvery barbs. Kittis is hit.
Wait, what?
I use my reaction. I cast silvery barbs.
Okay. Oh,
so re-roll and take the lower.
For Kittis' attack?
For Kittis' attack, yeah.
Do I re-roll or just take the lower?
You re-roll and take the lower.
Okay. Okay. So even with disadvantage, that was only a 14.
It still hits.
Ooh, it does, doesn't it? Okay, so you almost were saved. As a shadowy bolt flies through. So go ahead and roll your 3 bloateds.
Okay. Wait, 3?
Because it took 2 spell shots, and
okay.
And so it has an action to kind of So just go ahead and do your 3.
Okay.
Trust me, it's fine.
17.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, and there's no resistance to
and a
that.
7.
All right. Kittis, though, will take the hit of the lance and have that, and one of you. 9 damage total, actually. And the problem with this lance, it will actually require you to roll a dex save.
Okay. Dex save, shoot, 13.
So you unconsciously then jump backwards 5 feet away from the creature, trying to dodge the lance. And that promotes an opportunity.
What is it, willing movement or forced movement?
Forced movement.
then it's not an opportunity attack. It's strictly willing movement that provokes opportunity attacks.
Did they change that, or did I just not remember it? I believe you. I'm just double checking.
Yeah, no. Please, I want to be proven wrong, because there have been so many times that screwed me over.
So opportunity attacks. You can avoid provoking by taking disengage action. You also don't provoke when you teleport or when someone or something moves you without your movement action or reaction. So technically,
Creature's forcibly moved.
yeah,
It does not provoke an opportunity of attack.
Okay. So yeah, technically, okay. So this, since it was a reactive dex save to the attack, yes, I was wrong. So no, it does not get the opportunity attack, but you do jump a couple of feet away. I was mistaken, yes, specifically because a save is a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Hold on. No, saving throws are not reactions. Hold on then. So how do we rule that? What do you think, Dana?
I would say ruled as forced movement, but that's me.
Yeah, so here's the verbiage. So I'm looking at exact verbiage. Oop, I just totally navigated away from the plane. So, saving throws are not reactions.
Mm-hmm.
Which means, in combat, the ruling is you also don't provoke an opportunity attack when you teleport, blah, 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 blah. Or when someone or something moves you without using your movement, action, or reaction. So...
You see, I would rule that as forced movement, because that's how it's been played in every other campaign I've ever been in.
So a saving throw is not a reaction, so I guess it would be forced movement then. Yeah, okay. So saving throws are not reaction, yeah. Okay, so we will say it does not promote an opportunity attack. It does move you 5 feet away, which will disengage the flanking or that Dana would get, but no. Yeah, since saving throws are not reactions like I originally thought, which actually is an update, believe it or not. Which is probably why I thought they were, because it's not anymore. So I believe in earlier editions, I think in original it was, but I think back in 2015 they actually changed it, because I'm reading another ruling from where saving throws are responses, not reactions.
Okay.
And that's where the ruling is. So originally it was written where it would have been an opportunity, but now, if we go off of new books, it's not.
Gotcha.
Man, I just went down the rabbit hole of rules. Sorry about that. But at least now we know. And we know why. It's one of those things where like my brain it would attach to it and I'd be like, no. And I was like, but you can tell that I learned the rules a long time ago.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to make a note of that later. Alright, cool. Sorry. Make a note. So yes. So damage was dealt. No reaction, no opportunity. Still dim light. Doesn't matter. That will bring them to magic missile because now it's going to be Suitor's Fam.
Is it the end of the owl's turn?
It would be, yes.
It gets to make its con save against my blood curse.
14?
Miss.
Gotcha. That's what I thought. 11 more damage from the brothers and sisters as they pew pew pews. It is now looking very, very hurt. Good enough damage roll might end this. It's got about
3 strikes regular.
All right.
Well, first strike with advantage with Cork's help action. Okay, that is a 27.
That'll hit.
And then An 19,
Still hits.
and a 13.
That one does not hit.
Okay. First strike is 4 radiant, 8 slashing.
Okay.
Second strike is 7 slashing, 6 radiant.
Okay. Okay. It's still bleeding profusely now. And it's unhappy. But still does seem to be standing.
Love it. And that's me.
Okay. Kittis, you're up.
Witch bolt.
Oh, hold on. That is a concentration, right?
That is concentration.
Yeah.
She was hit last turn. Give me 1 second.
It only took 9 damage.
So you have to make a DC 10 con save.
Yeah, thank you.
DC 10, 10, 10. Where's my 10?
No, you roll a 20. You just have to get higher than a 10.
Oh, I rolled 20, get higher than 10. Con save?
Yes.
Yeah. So you add your con modifier.
All right, 17.
Yeah, so you saved. You can still channel your attack then.
All right. 3. Wow. 6 damage.
Total?
Total.
All right.
Tried so hard.
This is a rough fucking fight.
Mm-hmm.
Basically no damage.
I know.
Solid
Whoa.
3 damage with 3d12. You're good job. But
Shut
okay.
up.
No, it's on par for Kittis. You're fine.
Mm.
Here, maybe pretend you're trying to hit Cedar. Maybe then you'll get a good damage roll.
Yeah, huh? You've done more damage to Cedar this fight than the owl. No, I'm kidding. I'm
I
sorry.
did a lot of damage the first roll. I did 22 the first roll.
Okay. All right. So, yes. So that will bring us to Owly turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One talent attack on Kittis, one on Dana. So go ahead
Well,
and
like,
roll your.
is it in range of me? Because I jump back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a large creature.
Okay.
Oh, shoo. It misses Dana.
Mm-hmm.
Kittis, I'm sorry.
Silvery barbs.
Oh, okay. Still hits, but no longer in that 20.
Love it.
Oh.
How many silvery barbs you get?
2.
2, and that doesn't cost a point?
They cost a reaction.
Okay.
It's a spell. So I
It's a spell.
used up
Yeah,
both
yeah,
my
yeah.
spell slots.
Because I was wondering, because I was like, wait a minute, but it's not a point, because the curses are a point, and then, because you have to, I gotta reread Bloodhunters. It's been a while.
Well, no, the silvery barbs comes from my single level in wizard.
Gotcha. Kittis is 9 damage.
All right.
Are you still up?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the least damaged of all of us.
Really? Because she just took 8 damage round, and then 9 here.
Physically or emotionally.
I have 44 health baseline.
That's fair. Man, alright. Dana, you are not hit.
Love it.
Because that was a...
And it gets to make its con save at the end of its turn.
It does... 16?
Hit, so you're clear of the curse now.
Alright. Not like it's gonna get another
Oh,
turn.
wait, but it does take the damage from the curse because
It
it made
does.
2 strikes.
Yeah, so you get to roll the damage dice.
7.
Okay.
And that is necrotic. It's all been necrotic.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see here. How many moves has Cedar been out? She has one more that's just going to be in cap, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Still taking a power nap.
You know what? They're gonna notch some arrows. Let's see what happens. Miss. Little sister.
Yes!
Little sister hits, and let's see if she can do more than 11 damage. Eight plus 3, so she does exactly 11
exactly
damage.
11.
So as you guys are fighting, the brothers and sisters are
Only your little
still
sister can come
assisting. The littlest sister seems to really just be handling enough damage for the entire group.
We can take care of each other, Pelly. My back hurts from carrying this family.
Right? Leave it to the youngest child to have to carry the entire family. The arrows, 2 of them whiz by as the third one actually clips right into the chest of the owl as it seems to hit 0 life. And judging by the fact that the barrier of shadow now breaks, the bird hits the ground now, no longer flying. It is not necessarily unconscious, like you would imagine something that has no life to be, but it doesn't exactly seem to be conscious.
Kill it. Double tap.
I'm gonna. So are we officially out of initiative?
You are an out of initiative, provided
Double
you
tap.
wish to
I'm
be.
gonna walk over to it.
Do I still
And-
get my witch bolt?
I'm gonna carve out its eyes.
Interesting. Okay, so you...
Survival
Okay.
medicine.
Oh no, I shouldn't have said that.
I can collect it for body parts.
Oh mercy. Okay. You know what? Go ahead.
Let's see how this... sleight of hand.
Oh, yeah, I'm good at that one. Kind of. Natural 20.
Okay, roll another one.
Okay. And that was a 25 total.
Okay. On the first one or the second one?
On the first.
Okay.
Second is a 7.
Okay.
Third, because I'm assuming, because there are 3 eyes.
Yeah, we'll see.
Natural 1.
Okay.
Oh shoot.
Well, it definitely doesn't beat the first one. So you are kind of crawling up this large owl, which seems to just be sitting there on the ground. And you kind of mosey on up, and you're like, let's do it, right? And you kind of innately go in, and you grab the first eye. Which one are you grabbing? The third or the left or the right?
Third. So the middle.
So you go up to the middle one, and as you're kind of there, you're a little bit distracted because you're looking into the eyes of the other. And what you notice is that it indeed, all 3 eyes seem to actually be gemstones that are emitting light. And you pluck the first one out that actually seems to be still attached to an ocular nerve. And as you do, the owl's head turns to you, and almost as if a survival instinct kicks in, it begins to fly away, and you fall back onto your back on the ground, clutching this gemstone eye. What's up?
Do I still get my witch bolt automatically before it flies away? Because I have it up to a minute.
You do have it up to a minute.
Oh my
Are you
gosh.
going to continue the attack?
I want to see if she can
I
pick
want
this thing out of the
to
sky.
collect it for body parts. It cannot fly away.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. You can try. Go for it.
You can certainly try.
So it has automatic, so 20 damage.
20 damage reduced to 10. No. Its life pool was a little big that even its incap is... It's not conscious. It's reflectively acting. What's the range on your witch bolt?
30
Only
feet.
30 feet.
30 feet. It'll be out of range before you can hit again. So you...
Well, let's see.
I
What
w-
do I have one that's in further range? I'm taking that thing down. I can't.
Oh my god.
I will say the witch's bolt, the lightning will kind of course through the body of the owl, and 6 feathers will drop off, at the very least.
That's so sweet. But I want more.
I'm going to try again.
How far away is it?
You have one more attack.
And just in general,
It's going to be about 120 feet now.
120 feet away.
Yeah, in the 2 action time frame, yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna try chill touch. Let's see.
Does Chill Touch have the capability to do 30 damage?
No.
Do you have anything that will do potentially 30 damage?
Potentially 30?
At 120 feet.
120 feet.
I'm giving it to you because his life pool was really high, and you got to do at least half his
That
life.
depends. Do I get 2 rounds of attack on this thing?
You fell onto your back. Do you have a ranged attack left?
I do.
Do you? I will let you take one if you want.
All right.
what?
1 or 2 rounds.
Your first round would have been grabbing the eye,
Okay.
and so falling up, getting up, and then attacking, you'll get 1.
Okay.
So we both get one.
I will take. I will pull out my longbow. I will strike my finger across the razor wire, igniting it with radiant energy.
Okay.
And then I will take 2 shots.
Two?
I get it. I have extra attack.
I'm kind of wondering if I'm going to rule this as an opportunity because it's kind of running away, but
Okay.
I suppose it's...
No, that's fine.
Yeah, because it's... Go ahead and roll them and see what happens.
Okay. 21 and 25.
So it's both going to hit. At 120, a longbow still does full, right?
Yeah, it's 150 short range.
Okay, perfect.
So strike 1 is... Ooh, yay. 13 piercing
Okay.
and 1 radiant.
Okay.
And strike 2 is 8 piercing,
Oh, funny.
5 radiant.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do the cast chill touch, hopefully.
Okay.
Nope, doesn't hit. That's only 11.
It escapes away with about 8 life.
Ah!
But you can have 3 more feathers.
Am I awake yet?
You are waking up as they're kind of now attacking a partially dead owl that's trying to get away instinctively.
Am I within?
Dana, can we track it?
Am I within
Question.
a range of 120 feet?
You are not within 120 feet at the point
Dang
you wake
it! I was gonna shoot it with like a magic missile.
Question.
up. Answer.
As it goes.
Am I within 600 feet?
I am.
Oh dear.
What did,
Another
what are you
for
gonna
another
do?
action, technically.
Uh-huh. It would be shots at disadvantage, but I do have a long range of 600 feet with the longbow. I'm getting Kidis' owl.
We just latched onto this for some reason.
Okay, let's see.
It was rude. I want to study it.
So it's immune to consciousness. Let's see. What is its flight? No. Okay. I will give you one more shot with disadvantage to do 8
Love it.
damage. You one shot. Disadvantage.
Disadvantage 14.
Okay. Disadvantage of 14 is not going to hit its natural armor of 15. So, unfortunately... What's up?
Wait.
Fork, help action, advantage, cancel out. Damn it.
He's not in combat.
Damn it! I tried. I
You
tried
did.
so hard.
You tried so hard. Do me a favor, just for laughs. Roll me your damage die,
Okay.
just for laughs.
7 slashing, 5 radiant.
Okay. Yeah. If it would have hit, you would have gone.
I want to take that thing apart.
That's
I
so
tried so hard.
funny. Sorry, one of our
Is
cats
she
just
okay?
yeah, one of our cats just knocked something over. It scared us
Okay.
both. She looked guilty as fuck too. She looked over like it wasn't me. Like yes, it was.
I could have taken apart that owl and studied it.
I wanted the other eyes.
I figured.
I know. I wanted to give you the other eyes.
Oh man, you
And
guys
I
are
want to
hilarious.
see if its blood is anything special I can sell.
I like how I make it immune to unconsciousness, and you guys are still like, kill it after it's dead. You're like, come on. You have
Burn
two perfectly good bone naga. No, I want the owl.
No, the owl had gemstone eyes. Okay, first off,
Oh.
out of everything you know about Kiss, what makes you think that she
That's
would let
fair.
gemstones get out of her reach?
That's
I
that's
want
true.
petrification
That's
eyes.
fair.
So Cedar's kind of weak. I'm like, oh my gosh, that hurt.
Yeah, your brothers and sisters are surrounding you now. Or
Yo,
brother
hey.
and sisters.
Hey y'all.
Like,
Hey guys.
It's actually kind of cute because there are like rudimentary bandages all over your wounds from where they stabilized you
Oh.
with medicine checks, and they basically just like triaged you there before they started attacking again. But they were like, "Oh my God, Cedar, are you okay? Are you awake?"
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm okay. I'll be fine.
You just hear Kiss screaming explicitives and threats at the owl that if it ever comes back again, she's harvesting its organs and stuff like that.
It's my kid.
Like, see, we outlasted you in battle. We can be useful.
Okay, yeah, that's a valid point.
No, you can be useful. Pointing at Pelly.
I mean, dang, Pelly, you got really good at that. I'm really
She's like-
proud of you.
She's like, "So I can come?" And she's like, "Yay!" Totally not reading the
And
situation.
we'll think about it.
And hugs Cedar.
Oh.
We'll think about it.
Almost doing 1 damage.
Ow, ow. Just killed Cedar instantly.
You are
I'm
now
kidding.
grappled with disadvantage, as all
It'd be
3
so
of your
funny.
brothers and
Just-
sisters.
we fixed our sister. You broke the sister. And then Cedar kind of like gets up and like starts like walking towards the bone naga corpses.
I don't suggest her moving. Kiss is already over there though.
I want those freaking venom
Yeah,
sacks.
I want the poison sacks too.
We each get one, okay?
Sold.
Wait,
Dennis, you can get the necrotic one.
I don't think there was a necrotic one.
There was.
Yes,
there
there
was,
was.
right.
That's what I got bit with,
Yeah.
right?
There was a generic
Poison, necrotic, and
yeah,
psychic, right?
there's a generic poison venom sac. There is a necrotic venom sac and a psychic venom sac
Is that like within each snake?
within each snake.
Oh, there's 6 venom sacks.
I want one of the necrotic and I want one of the psychic.
Same.
Their
You get the
value
general poison.
Wait, I get the general poison? I want one fun one.
You already have psychic daggers.
Okay, that's valid. I'll take the general poisons. Here, Kittis, and I hand her one of my knives. I would do it, but I'm not feeling really good. Have fun slicing stuff.
Let's go.
So I'll take the southernmost naga that died, and I'll try to cut off its poison sacs.
I decided
there's
maybe I
really
shouldn't
not
go.
much. Just roll a general survival, just so
Okay.
you don't get a 1. It wouldn't be hard to remove.
7.
Okay. That's kind of enough that you notice that you kind of put your hand on them and you're like, are they going to be poisonous to touch? Should I wear gloves? And you're like, nah. And you just kind of like,
Technically, I am wearing gloves.
Technically, yeah. Like,
I can't always put on her gloves
Poison-proof
before
ones?
she touches dead.
But you actually pop it off. You see that there's a small membrane still kind of keeping it on. And it was more over the force of the bite that would actually kind of pop these things, and they would refill almost magically. But they come off without too much resistance, and you're able to collect all 6. And kind of looking at them over, you could probably see that if you wanted to sell them, they would probably fetch about 50 to 60 gold each. But I'm sure
Do
this
they
group,
refill, or are they innate now?
they
Or
will,
inert?
they are inert.
Okay.
So they will be the one-time use. Um, each damage dice, however, though, if someone were to take in poison from one of these sacks, I guess it would be a con save based off of you. But it's 3d6.
Okay.
And it'll last the duration of until a con save of after turn.
So Kittis puts them into her bag, and she
Also,
immediately starts digging
actually,
through the corpse.
before, has a question for Sophie. Has Dana seen Cedar's conjuration ability?
I don't think I've used it since the rat incident.
Okay. Then
So
yeah.
no, I haven't used
Okay.
it since the rat toilet.
Gotcha.
Why?
Just curious.
Now I want to know why you asked. Okay.
Oops, I put it in general. I'll move that to items here in a second.
But yeah, continue, Kittis.
But anyway, I start analyzing the corpse and trying to dig for anything useful and trying to understand exactly how it works. Sorry. What?
Did you say Pop-Tart?
Okay.
Oh,
Pop-Tart.
They're really good. What flavor were these again? Banana bread? They're really good.
Ooh.
Yeah, surprisingly. Because the Apple Jacks one sucked. They tasted like pumpkin puree. It was disgusting.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a complete wrong,
Yeah,
plant.
entirely. But okay, Kittis, what was your intention? You were looking for
I'm
something?
basically analyzing the entirety of the corpse for basically understanding of how it works, like the creature itself, understanding of what it is, and digging for anything else that might be useful for me, or even not useful. Something that is fun.
Investigation then, or survival.
We're gonna go investigation. 24.
So you have a pretty good understanding that these things were actually magically held together. They almost were. It was almost like they were a construct, but a temporary one. They were kind of almost like residual of their own magics. They had a complete other life that they lived before. Based off of the bones, you can kind of see damage, breaks that have healed that didn't happen in this combat with them, damage to them that did not seem to exist, or that seemed to exist before before you engaged them. So they had entire lives, and you can almost see the history that these used to be holy creatures, that they were almost blessed with an additional lifetime to live as these bone naga. What's interesting, though, that you find out with that roll, because it was so high, that this did not happen naturally. This was Fey magic that did this to them.
Oh.
And what seems strange is that it's their own magic was returned to the bones so they can continue to live. And it was a Fey blessing. And you kind of put a little bit of 2 and 2 together to understand where they came from and why they attacked you guys specifically.
It's the freaking bone fairy.
I really wanted the owl.
Wait, do you say any of what you learned to us?
I'm not speaking out loud. I'm more irritated I didn't get the owl.
Okay, that's about.
Can I see the eye?
Later, we need to rest.
Yeah, I would like to rest, please.
So above game, I vote we take a short rest and then get moving. Just get out of camp so that nothing else attacks us while we're here.
The thing is, though, if we take a short rest, that's not going to get a lot of my spells back.
And I'm at 1 health.
Well, right, but we can't realistically in game. Would you stick around for 8 hours knowing you just specifically got attacked in the middle of a harmless camp?
Well, here's the
Or
thing.
would you just take the enough time to recuperate and then get the hell out of Dodge to then take a short rest outside of camp?
Yeah, and you can still take like 3 hit die, I think, if you want to try to recover alive.
But also,
you just have to roll them.
Above game, does anyone else know that they were targeting us specifically besides Kittis? Kittis is not saying anything.
Well, regardless, Dana's point would be we don't want to risk we don't want, well, actually, no, that's fair. So, I'll leave it up to y'all, long or short.
Because the thing is, Kittis not necessarily out of malice. It's not like she's just saying they're like, ho, 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 keep secret. It's more of like, that's weird. And the was like, this is more interesting, though. But if you guys can find a reason to drag Kittis out of camp, I will take it.
I mean, I do like your idea. What if we take a short rest, get the heck out of Dodge, take a long rest?
That was my idea, yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant take 2 short rests.
No. I accidentally said short rest for the second one. I meant long rest.
Okay. Yeah, I think we should probably get out of here. At least get out of the camp. We have the Liamon's tiny hut. We can fit like 3 more, 1 to 3 more in there, right?
We're not taking them with us.
I mean, that's probably a good idea. They're not gonna like that though.
Oh, what up?
It's the text about the venom sacs.
Well, no, it's Dimedie.
Oh.
Just a flesh to stone. Ooh.
Yeah, I think it would be better if they stay away from us since we seem to be trouble magnets.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do we mean?
Are you saying all this out loud with them standing there?
I kind of like pulled the other 2 to the side.
Kittis is like still just staring at the bones.
They will walk up to you, at least the older brother will, and go, if that's what you have to deal with on the day-to-day basis, I don't think I can keep them safe. The little one can probably take care of herself, but
oh gosh, yeah.
I felt useless in that fight, and if that's the stuff you guys have to deal with, I don't know if we can come with you.
Okay, yeah, I didn't want to have to say it, but I don't, I want to be around you all, but I don't want to bring you with me. Not this way.
I didn't want to have to say it, but you kind of suck.
I didn't know you guys had magic though. That was cool.
Yeah, we're up all night with the village leader. And she taught us these things called cantrips and level 1 spells. And just within our general living here, we hunt all the time, so our archery skills were pretty good.
Yeah, I noticed. Y'all did a really good job. I just...
My bad.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was you.
Trying to look at it to see if there's anything useful I can steal from it.
Wait, what?
How'd you turn it upside down again?
I don't know.
That's what I'm curious about. But yeah, if you can keep the others safe and keep them here, when I get Mom and Dad and ACO and eventually Sika, I'll bring them back here. I think I'll get everyone here, and then we'll go bust out Sikaba.
Sounds good. We'll continue to get stronger, and we'll join you one day.
Yeah. Just stay safe, okay?
You too. And your older brother will kind of place his forehead up against your forehead.
I honestly never really thought I'd see you guys again. Much less if you all would want to see me.
And to think, within a couple of hours of seeing you again, we almost lost you again.
I mean, yeah, it hurt like crazy, but the amount of times I've been stabbed or hurt in some way over the past 13 years, you don't want to know.
Wonderful. That's exactly what I want to hear. Thank you.
Hey, if I
I think you'd be
survive,
better at taking hits.
are we gonna address the fact that the first hit was from you?
In my defense, that was my first time trying out the spell.
And this is what I have to deal with. So you keep those two safe, and I'll try to keep myself and these people relatively in one piece.
So,
Kids is like sneaking back over to the snakes.
Kiddos, as you're sneaking back over to the snakes, roll a perception check.
Okay. 10.
Perfect.
Oh no.
You
I
don't
don't like
notice
that.
a thing.
Does
Roll
Philo notice something and tell me?
roll a strength check.
We're going to die.
Seriously.
Strength check. 17.
Alright, let's see what she can do. Not much, because she is tinier than you. But Cedar's little sister, knowing and seeing the shooting your friend in the back, sneaks up on you in an attempt to kind of grapple you, and she grabs your arm and tries to like put her hands on the back of your head to kind of like bend you forward and try to make you fall on your face. But given that she's probably like 20 pounds wet, she like kind of grabs your arm, and like even Philo kind of pushes her to deflect her, like, what are you doing, child? As like Philo is just like, no, this is not the kiddos you've coming for or looking for. And she like sneaks up on you, which surprises you, but then tries to grab you, and you're just like, stop it, child. As she lets out like a screech at you. She's like, what kind of friend hits their friend in the back?
Gosh.
The kind that tried out a new spell and the friend was in the way.
Yeah? I learned a new spell too.
Oh gosh, no. Just Cedar from the background starts running up to the no.
I get to have to cast mage armor on myself.
She's gonna attempt to cast magic missile, but I'm assuming Cedar will stop her.
just goes like, how's your Pelly, sweetheart? No, I love you, thank you. I appreciate it, I do, but Kidis means well. I know she didn't mean to. It was an accident, right, Kidis?
Wasn't on purpose.
Exactly, that's called an accident.
So, frustratedly, seeing that you just kind of got in the way, she's going to spin her cloak and intentionally kind of hit you in the face with it as she turns around and spreads her wings and then beeline flies for the tree line.
Oh, crap.
Tears falling down her beak as she flies away.
Oh, gosh. I'm gonna go check on her.
I'm gonna go study the snakes.
Yeah, you stay here. Hey, Acelis, Cernia, anything I should know before I go over there? I mean, it's been 13 years since I've seen her.
Good luck.
Thank you. And then Cedar kind of takes off in the same direction.
Perfect. Kidis goes back to the snakes.
Yeah, basically, she starts trying to collect anything that's like fun. She deems as fun.
You notice the rib bones as you kind of collect them and hit them. They all vibrate with a different tune, like a tuning fork. So you could probably, like a bone xylophone.
Mhm.
Like
Ah.
you get the imagination that like if you ran like you just kind of knocked each one, and they kind of resonate with a different tone every time you tap one. Um, but that's the remainder of what you notice for the snakes. And then Dana, are you doing anything?
I'm actually going to. She said there was still some ocular nerve on the crystal, right? On the gem.
There is.
I'm gonna inspect that and try and figure out if I were to hypothetically replace my own eye with the gem, would I just get an endless charge of flesh to stone, or would it still be limited to 5?
We gotta stop replacing our body parts, you guys.
Roll an Arcana check.
Okay.
We're like pirates or something.
Why are we like
18.
pirates?
It's like we got Gale with the leg. We
Oh.
got several eye replacements.
You look at the eye, and it
Ooh.
suddenly converts itself into an item that it wasn't a moment ago. Because rule of cool. You get the feeling that once per day, you would get the use of a flesh to stone, and on a long rest or a short trance, 4-hour trance, that would count as next day and would recharge using your own natural mana.
Okay, so if I were to replace my eye, it would work that way?
The mechanic behind it shrouds you with an 18, but it is now an item that could be replaced with your eye
Love it.
and would have 1 charge per day.
Love it.
Rain, can I have your other eye that you?
And before we play that out with a mechanic that I don't have
Yeah.
yet, let's call the session.
Oh, I kind of wanted to see what Pelly's gonna yell at me for, though.
Okay. Well, we can do a couple minutes of Pelly if you want.
I would actually love that because then I don't have to wait to do that.
Okay. All right. I'll give you a couple minutes because it's not quite 8 o'clock yet. So.
Thank you.
Okay. So as Dana examines and thinks about pulling a cedar, cedar is flying away as Kittis is playing dead skeleton bones.
The xylophone!
Latching together with magical black threads this xylophone that she's now playing.
I can only imagine what Acellus and Cernia are thinking as they just watch this
Yeah.
happen.
Especially after a little child who yelled at me, they're almost killing you.
Yeah. Well, no, she's around your age, actually. Like, biologically, you two are around the same age. Kelly?
How old is she? Oh, yeah, she's about 18.
Yeah, she's about 18, 19.
Oh, yeah. Well, she yelled at me.
So, she's sobbing fairly loudly, so passive perception would be enough to kind of track her down after a moment. She kind of got into a big tree in the canopy and just kind of paused as she's just upset.
I kind of sit down next to her. Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. I really did appreciate you tackling her. I mean, the kid needs to get some humility knocked into her at some point.
It's all right, sis. You need better friends.
Oh, trust me, these are the better friends, kid.
Really? Because it looks like one almost killed you, and then tried to heal you, and then you almost died again.
I know.
And now you're gonna leave me.
I know, Kelly. I'm sorry. I don't want to have to leave you, but I can't watch another of my siblings die, okay?
Please don't leave me. If I promise to be good and train hard, will you stay?
I want to stay, but I can't. I have to go find Mom and Dad. I have to go find ACO, and I have to go free Sakaba.
She looks up with you with tears in her eyes.
There's nothing I want to do more than spend some more time with you, okay?
You promise you'll bring back Mom and Dad?
Do or die.
And she just kind of buries her face into your chest feathers and just sobs like ugly cries.
Cedar's comforting her, but Cedar is also crying. There wasn't And then she kind of cups Chloe's face in her hands. Hey. There wasn't a single day within those 13 years that I did not miss you horribly. Okay?
I'm happy that you're still alive. And almost with like a sharpness where like her tears become like very serious for a moment, she looks at you and she goes, if Kittis ever hurts you again, I'll kill her.
Oh, Kittis didn't mean to. That kid actually has been very helpful. She didn't mean to. I think that kid's been through a lot, and honestly, do you want to know something kind of funny?
Okay.
I think I'm kind of her adopted mom now. And that would make you her auntie.
Confused. She looks at you, places both of her hands on your face, and just kind of like rubs one of the tears out of your eyes with her thumb. You don't understand. If I lose you, I will kill something. Our brother and sister don't understand. They're happy with this life that they live here. But I want more. Give me a purpose.
You want a purpose? Keep Aussie and Cerny safe, okay? And then I'll come back. We will go and we will destroy Sobiko's life, okay? We will destroy that stupid, ignorant son of a gun. And we will get our home back, okay?
Just tears just welling up in her eyes again as her emotions kind of rush back over her. She just hugs you and just kind of nods her head into you and just like, okay, just come back.
I will. I'll come back.
And that's where we'll end it.
Oh. Your little sister and Kittis are actually more like.
Yeah. So originally I was planning to like introduce them to each other and be like, hey, I remember like when last time I was around Pelly, like she really liked fashion. I know you really like fashion. You two should be friends. And now they're like, I'm gonna kill you.
She's like, I
like,
will
oh no.
murder her.
It's like, oh no, it all went wrong.
And I find it funny because Kittis is very nonchalant by this. She's like, yeah, that's about right.
Because Cedar's like, she doesn't mean it. She doesn't mean it.
She pretty much does mean it.
I know, but like doesn't mean it that way. Like it's not that she doesn't care. She just doesn't express it like that.
All right. Well, for everyone who is tuned in, it seems like we actually have a couple of people. We are going to go ahead and end the session. So thank you guys all for joining. But I will go ahead and stop the stream now. We hope to see you.
And we will be back on like Sunday, right? Yeah. I'm excited to see y'all. And good night, Mike. Thank you.
We'll hopefully go to the temple.
Yes.
Right. Hopefully go to temple. Continuing story.
Continue story.
Have a good night, everyone.
Night.